What is going on, hockey fans? It is once again your host, Neil Villapiano, the host of the Devil's State of Mind podcast here in the Hockey Podcast Network, which covers all things New Jersey Devils. And welcome to another exciting live watch along right here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. Today's matchup is between the Winnipeg Jets and the St. Louis Blues. This live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network is sponsored by the awesome people at DraftKings Sportsbook. Make sure to use our promo code when you sign up for DraftKings, THPN. So, and also, by the way, guys, these live watch-alongs are also comment-driven. So if you guys are jumping in, make sure to leave a comment, your score prediction, anything like that. And we will talk about it here during this live watch along. But we got an interesting matchup here today as we have the struggling Winnipeg Jets, and they have been struggling all right. And they're going up against the St. Louis Blues, who have obviously really been playing well of late. Billy Huso, who's actually getting the start in net for the Blues, has been tremendous of late. Definitely one of the bigger stories when it comes to goaltending. It should be a really interesting matchup nonetheless. But before I get to the comments, and I will, guys, no worries. We literally just got about maybe 10 minutes ago, and this involves football, and I feel like it's somewhat important to mention and to announce in case you didn't find out, but Tom Brady, after 22 seasons of playing in the National Football League, has announced his retirement, which I got to be honest with you guys is pretty much a stunning revelation to me. I didn't expect him to retire this year. I expected him to maybe give it one more year and kind of go from there. But maybe he was feeling the pressure from Giselle and just his family in general. And I mean, I guess it makes sense. He's done basically everything one could possibly do as a quarterback in the National Football League, lasting longer than some of the other guys that have beat him in the Super Bowl and he's competed against for years. And so I guess I would say I'm not happy. I'm not sad. I'm just really stunned right now. And I'm sure I'll come up with a better explanation about this whole thing when it happens. But I wanted to come on and share that with you guys really quickly because Tom Brady's one of the most recognizable names in all of sports. I mean, I'm sure a lot of hockey fans know who Tom Brady is. But yeah, it's just a really stunning thing. And if you guys have any comments or anything you want to say about Tom Brady or just about anything involving this game that we're doing today, make sure to leave them in the chat. But I did promise Faggio, who I hope is going to be in the chat today, I did promise him that I would do a Winnipeg Jets game, and I found this one. So I'm doing the Winnipeg Jets versus St. Louis Blues. Again, guys, like I told you, I'm going to be trying to do as many live watch-alongs of every team in the NHL as I can possibly do. So let's get to some comments here. My good buddy Justin Witt is in the chat. He's saying 6-3 Blues. So we got a very high-scoring game today. We shall see. With Eric Comrie in net for the Jets, I wouldn't be totally surprised if the Blues got themselves a couple of goals today. Jacob, of course, is in here. What's going on, Jacob? Big game for the Vegas Golden Knights tonight. We're taking on Tampa of the Bay. I'm saying Tampa 4-2, so not a lot of confidence Jacob has for his team to beat Tampa Bay. We'll see. Isha, a.k.a. the City Light Project, in the chat as well. I'd rather Jets win over the Blues. All right, that's fair enough. Jacob doesn't agree with that. He also says he wants the Hawks to win on Monday, so the Hawks are better than the Jets if they lose this game. Fair enough. Jacob saying Big Puppy Neil is here. What's going on, Jacob? Great to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Keep the comments going. Who you think will win? Thank you, Jacob. Really do appreciate it. He's going Hawks over Jets if the Hawks win on Monday and the Jets lose tonight. Makes sense. My good buddy Andrew also. Excuse me. My buddy Andrew is in the chat as always. Real Deal Neil. What is going on, Andrew? Hope you're doing well. I'm sure you will be watching the Devils game later on tonight when they take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Jacob saying the GOAT is gone. Yes, indeed, Andrew. Excuse me, Jacob. We got word via Adam Schefter and Andrew Darlington about 15 minutes ago that Tom Brady will announce his retirement after 22 seasons in the National Football League. James, what's going on, man? Great to see you as always. Hope you're doing well. He says, I just showed up. Who? Yeah, Tom Brady, in case you didn't know, the very well-known quarterback for a long time for the New England Patriots, last 2 seasons with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, has officially announced his retirement from the National Football League. Jacob saying, I have 2 to 3 feet of snow We actually here in Jersey got ourselves a pretty big snowstorm. We've gotten roughly, I want to say, well over a foot of snow. Tried to clear out as much as I could earlier, but it was kind of futile since it's going to continue to snow until 7 o'clock tonight. So I guess I'll do the bulk of my snow shoveling tomorrow. So I'm inside, I'm warm, I'm comfortable. I got my water. I, of course, also have the Villa Piano wine with me, and I'm looking forward to an interesting Saturday afternoon matchup between two teams in the Central Division, and we'll see how this one progresses. Happy Trails Goat talking about Tom Brady. Jacob saying Neil is my favorite person. Thank you so much for saying that, Jacob. Appreciate it, my friend. Very, very kind of you. Of course, Faggio is here saying, Neil, what's going on, Faggio? I know that this is probably one of the most exciting live watch-alongs for you. I'm sure you are pumped that I am going to be doing this game. And let's see if I can help the Winnipeg Jets out a little bit, give them some luck. They've lost each of their last 5 games, as you mentioned before, and they have really been struggling of late. Jacob saying, what's up? What's going on? Jacob, great to see you as always. Like I said before, I am here before the game. I'm not surprised. Winnipeg's coming in 17-16-7, while the St. Louis Blues are 26-12-5. This game is at the Enterprise Arena in St. Louis. James saying, no way Tom Brady's going to get a contract with a team he sees a Super Bowl with. I mean, he might as well just stay with the Bucs then. I don't know where else he would go. My brother, who's big Las Vegas Raiders fan, he was saying, now that Josh McDaniels may become the new head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, that Tom Brady's going to go to the Raiders and be the offensive coordinator or quarterbacks coach for Derek Carr. That's probably not going to happen, but, we'll see. Jacob saying he was here very, very effing early. I'm sure you were. James saying, haha, wine, not my bad. I do this every single live watch along, even if it's an afternoon one. And yes, we are aware that Pauline is here. Pauline saying, I demand the NHL season be canceled. Also, it's Hockey Day in Canada. It is Hockey Day in Canada. So shout out to all my guys, all my lovely people across the border up in Canada enjoying Hockey Day in Canada. Patrick Spino saying 6 games. Yeah, that's actually, it's now a 6-game losing streak, Patrick. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, they've really been struggling of late. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss any new live watch-alongs that we do here on the Hockey Podcast Network. We have new live watch-alongs every single day here on the Hockey Podcast Network. The other James is in the chat saying, hey, James here, bring on our draft pick, baby. There we go. Another Winnipeg Jets fan, obviously embracing the tank, which I don't really know if the Jets are trying to tank, but if they are, they're doing a pretty good job. Life of Leo, what's going on, man? Has the game started? No, it should start in about 5 minutes or so, I would say. They say like 3 o'clock. I say like 3:08, 3:09 is probably when the game's going to start. Yes, Tom Brady did retire. Did retire. Only 15 hours early. Yeah, I know. Jacob, the second that Jacob sees that we have a new live watch on coming up, regardless, he'll like it, set a reminder, and make sure that he's here when things get going. Tom Brady be a coordinator. Honestly, I could see him doing that down the road, but I don't know. With how competitive he is and how much he takes things very, very seriously, I don't know if he could be a good coordinator, but I'm sure he's going to take some time to be with his family and, enjoy retirement life before maybe he gets back involved in football. Jacob saying about to be 7. Not fair enough. He's talking about the Winnipeg Jets. He thinks Jets are going to make it a 7-game losing streak. What's going on, Isha? Great to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. I'm sure you have a lot less snow today than we have here in New Jersey, but great to see you as always. Why is the other Jets fan wanting to tank? Nah, bro, we win, and road to make the playoffs, never tank. Love that enthusiasm, Faggio. Especially talking as myself as being a Devils fan and, knowing, what it's like to tank, so to speak, and get several number 1 overall picks. After a while, you just stop, wanting to do that. You want to see your team win. At the end of the day, that's what we always want as fans of our teams. We want to see our teams win. So that's really what that's really what it's all about. And so I give you, Faggio, 100% credit. I do also get where James is coming from with obviously the prospects of getting a great player that can help this team take it to the next level. But I think, honestly, The Jets should really not be tanking. They really should be making a run at it and trying to get themselves some confidence. Also, what it would do is it would start to have them get noticed by potential head coaches. Because if you remember, Paul Maurice resigned earlier this year. They're obviously going to be looking for a long-term head coach after this year. Will they keep the interim coach? Not sure, but it's possible. But there are other coaches out there as well. So we shall see what happens. But if the Jets can really get things going, it's possible that maybe they could attract a big name coach. Who that big name coach is remains to be seen. James says, okay, hockey. I see a tie, but unlucky bounce. Visiting team wins. So James is going to go with the Winnipeg Jets. Nah, bro. Brady will pull a Chelios and come back at 49. I wouldn't even be shocked about that. I bet you what'll happen is that he'll take a year off, and then he'll realize how much he misses it. And then he'll try to come back and play for somebody. Maybe he'll go back. No, he won't go back to the Patriots. Just come to the Jets, the New York Jets I'm talking about. Why not, right? The only thing that could make Brady the ultimate GOAT is that if he went to a team like the Jets or the Browns or the Lions and won a Super Bowl with them, that would make him 100% there would be absolutely no debate whatsoever. He's just saying, Neil, I'm wearing the same crew neck. Dude, man, you gotta show support, man. You gotta support the team. As Putty would say, you gotta support the team. And obviously I'm part of the THPN team. And you guys can get your own on the hockeypodcastnetwork.com website. There's a shop link and you can buy yours. If you're an American, you can buy a THPN American shirt. And if you're Canadian, you could do the exact same thing. James saying, thumbs up, let's go THPN. Hell yeah, James. I'm tired of the first 5 years of our franchise that were trash. Hey, man, totally understand now. With the way, my Devils have been for almost a decade now, I can feel your pain 100%. I'm currently on a mountaintop looking over a vast beach. Can't believe I have service. That is quite impressive, Isha. I hope you're enjoying yourself, and I hope you're enjoying the great outdoors. I wish I could say the same thing, but with the amount of snow coming down, it's best that I'm inside here today. That's the way that I look at it. So, Jacob Romanowski saying, where can I watch it? Well, I'm sure Jacob, who's still in the chat, will probably let you know as well. But you can check this out. If you have ESPN Plus, you can go on there and you can find the link, and it's right there. You can watch it either on the Winnipeg Jets or St. Louis Blues networks. NHL 66 as well. Stream East, another one. So those are some possibilities as well. But thank you so much, Jacob, for the comment. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Really, really do appreciate it. As Jacob again saying NHL 66. So we are just moments away probably from the start of this one. Not probably, we are moments away from the start of our game today. So again, guys, if you have a score prediction, leave it in the comments section. Me personally, I think with the way Ville Husso has played so well in net for St. Louis, and because this game is at home and the Jets are obviously struggling, I'm going to go with the St. Louis Blues to win this one by the score of 4-2. I think it'll be close, and I think what will end up happening is that it'll be 3-2 late in the third, and then the Blues will get themselves an empty net goal at the end. So I'm sorry, Faggio. Would love to, predict that the Jets are going to win today, but I'm going to go with the St. Louis Blues in this one. I also love the fact that James and Faggio, who are two very diehard Winnipeg Jets fans, are in the chat here today talking with one another. Eric Comrie, the former New Jersey Devil, is in net for the Winnipeg Jets, 3-2-1 with a 2.53 goals against average and a .914 save percentage. And Ville Husso, like I mentioned before, is in net for St. Louis, 9-2-1. So looking for his 10th win of the season. And I think it really is fair to say, as really quickly here, James is giving us a 4-2 prediction. I'm going to say for St. Louis, James, or Winnipeg. Let me know. You guys got to let me know not only the score, but who you guys have winning. By the way, we are about 5 minutes away from puck drop, as I just saw on the screen. Patrick Spino going 5-3 Jets. Love it. Absolutely love it. Faggio saying, oh no, Comrie. Yes, Eric Comrie is in net for the Winnipeg Jets. Faggio, I feel like As he says, our defense has to be above average. They really, really do. James also going to go with the exact same score that I went with, 4-2 St. Louis. All right. But yeah, for those of you that are Winnipeg Jets fans, Faggio and James, here's actually kind of a funny story. So last year, during the whole crazy, season that there was last year, the Devils needed a goaltender because of, COVID reasons, and they ended up picking up off waivers Eric Comrie, who I think when I've talked to Winnipeg fans gets put on waivers like maybe 6-7 times a year for whatever reason. But the Devils picked him up. He actually played and started one game. It was against Buffalo, and we won. And then Eric Comrie actually ended up getting put on waivers later on that season and was reacquired via waivers by the Winnipeg Jets. So Eric Comrie is one of the few players in Devils history to have never lost a game as a goaltender for the Devils. So I think that's kind of a funny story. He had a pretty cool helmet as well. I honestly thought when he played, he was a pretty solid goaltender. To me, and again, I'm not a Jets fan. I don't watch Eric Comrie that much. But I will say that when I watched him play, you really do have to have, as Faggio mentioned before, above average defense for him to be a solid goaltender in net. Like, that's the way that I look at it. So that's what I'd say. So again, when it comes to the Winnipeg Jets, they better be really, really tight defensively if they want to have a chance to win this one. Looks like the Blues are wearing their old alternate uniforms, the light blue, light darkish blue, whatever, with the yellow, which I think is one of my favorite jerseys in the National Hockey League. So I believe they're about to do the national anthem. And what's interesting is that, because I watch mostly Devils games because I cover the Devils and I'm a fan of them, they'd actually never show like the teams going on the ice and also like doing the national anthem. They just wait till the game actually starts and then they go from there. Bill Squires is singing the national anthem currently right now. He's singing the Canadian national anthem first because we are playing, because the Jets are from Winnipeg, Manitoba in Canada. Andrew's saying here, Neil, I love your facial hair, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I went clean shaved on like the last day of 2021, so on New Year's Eve, and then I haven't really shaved since. And I just, it wasn't that I got lazy. I just wanted to see like how I could really grow it out, and it's okay. There's some open patches that don't look great, but that comes with time. But I do appreciate it. I know Isha said he really liked the stash the last time. Would like to get a little bit more on this side, but hey, man, I really do appreciate the comment. I mean, it obviously helps me look a little bit older. I feel like now if I went and fully shaved, I would just look really, really young, like painfully young. But I do appreciate that, man. Jacob giving us a score update. The Ducks won their game against Montreal 2-1 earlier today. By the way, did you guys see that Trevor Zegras Michigan goal that Zegras recently scored? It was a phenomenal one. He's the only player in the NHL I've ever seen get a Michigan assist and then a Michigan goal. I think that's really, really impressive. Trevor Zegras is one of the flashiest, most well-liked players in the National Hockey League, and he, along with guys like Jack Hughes and Quinn Hughes and Cale Makar and guys like that, are going to be those superstars that we look to for the next generation of hockey fans. Absolutely 100% love his enthusiasm. And boy, as an American, knowing how talented this United States team is going to be the next time that the NHL players play in the Olympics, it's going to be a lot of fun. By the way, guys, Olympics starts this upcoming Monday. So there'll be Olympic women's hockey and Olympic men's hockey, and it'll be interesting to see how everybody plays without the NHL players being there. Basically, it'll be like 2018. Comrie family owns the brick stores in Canada. Maybe we can get deals there. That's pretty cool. James. I didn't know that. So I guess what is that, like for bricklaying? I'm assuming James, that's what you mean. But that's pretty cool. That is very, very cool. I didn't know that. Oh God, now Vegas Golden Knights is second in the West. What did Anaheim jump? Did Anaheim really jump the Golden Knights? Did they really in the Pacific Division? I know that Anaheim is up there, but I didn't know they were that up there. But that's interesting. As Pauline continuing to demand us to cancel the NHL season, which I think I've mentioned before, I really have no control over that. Did you watch parts of the Lundqvist retirement last night? I watched a little bit. Obviously, being a fan of one of his biggest rivals, I have a lot of respect for Lundqvist, one of the best goaltenders of this past generation. And Obviously, I'm sure he would have liked to retire with at least the Stanley Cup, but that unfortunately was not the case, but still a guy that's most likely going to end up being in the Hall of Fame and definitely deserves the honor of having his number retired by the Rangers. So very, very good job. Crazy finish to that game, by the way. Really, really crazy finish. But speaking of hockey, the puck is dropped in St. Louis, and we are underway in our game today between the Winnipeg Jets and St. Louis Blues. So we'll see how both teams come out here. This being an afternoon game, not sure if both teams, way they do things is going to be screwed up a little bit because it's a day game. Their routine is a shot there from the left side is kicked aside by Comrie. So Comrie already getting tested. James saying furniture. Oh, okay. I got you, James. I got you. So they own the big furniture companies. That's actually really cool, James. Thanks for that update, man. Appreciate it. So now the St. Louis Blues have the puck behind their own net here as Colton Parayko has the puck. Colton Parayko, a guy that, I wonder if he's going to end up being a long-term guy as Jordan Kyrou takes a shot from a sharp angle and it deflected by a Winnipeg Jets player and nearly went in. As Comrie made the original save off a sharp angle by Jordan Kyrou, and then the puck actually hit a Winnipeg Jet player, and it looked like it was just going to go right into the net, but let me see the replay again. As again, Kyrou from a sharp angle, Comrie makes the right leg pad save. Neil Pionk actually hit his skate, and Comrie made a great save with his right arm to stop that. So 2 great saves there by Comrie as the Blues nearly got themselves a lucky goal less than a minute in. That would have been a disastrous way to start the game if you're the Jets. Westbrook put up 35. Very, very impressive. Very impressive indeed. What's going on, Steve? Great to see you again, buddy. Hope you're doing well today. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Helps out the channel. Last night. No, Jacob, I knew what you meant. I know he put up a good amount. Yes, the Anaheim Ducks are now 1 point in front of the Vegas Golden Knights for first place in the Pacific Division with the 2-1 victory today against the Montreal Canadiens. But if the Golden Knights win tonight, or at least get a point, they will be tied and or back in first place in that division. LA Rams back in the chat. What's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you as always. Make sure to leave a like. By the way, if you guys are just joining in, helps out the channel tremendously. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and punch that notification bell so you don't miss any new live watch-alongs that we do here on the Hockey Podcast Network. As Copp drops off and a wrist shot there by the Jets, and that one's kicked aside by Husso. Now turnover here, wraparound try, and another good save there by Husso, that time on Stastny. Number 5 with a shot. That one gets blocked away. And now the Blues will look to just try to calmly get it out. Braden Shem with the puck. And now the Blues will look to try to get it out of their zone as the Jets are doing a solid job on the forecheck. So both goaltenders so far had to make some tough saves, but they've both been up to the challenge. Shots are currently 3-1 in favor of the Winnipeg Jets. St. Louis all over the Jets. Well, other than that just last rush by the Jets, I would probably agree with that. But that's kind of just to be expected considering the confidence that I'm sure the Blues have. And also, and this is no knock on James Afaggio, but the defense of the Winnipeg Jets is suspect, to say the least. Now Andrew Copp with the puck. He drops at the top of the point. Over to the left side to 14. Takes a rich shot. That one's deflected high in the air and behind the net. Blues trying to get it out as Folk with the puck now gets it over to his defensive partner. And then he'll flip it out of the zone and back to center ice. Number 14 whacks it down with a high stick. Is that going to be a stoppage of play? It will. So we're going to stop here. 16:42 to go in our first period of our game between the Winnipeg Jets and St. Louis Blues. Who are you cheering for? You know what? Because Faggio really wanted me to do a Jets game, I'm going to cheer on the Winnipeg Jets. I'm very happy that they're back in the NHL. And granted, it's been a while now, so it's not as new as it once was. But, the Winnipeg Jets always was a big fan of them, especially with Teemu Selanne back in the day, as Pavel Buchnevich missed the puck, and then that puck gets knocked up, and somebody lost their stick there. But obviously the Winnipeg Jets, I love the Winnipeg whiteout. My first experience with that was watching the 2018 Western Conference Finals, the fans singing in unison. As a turnover there by the Blues, and Andrew Copp nearly was able to get full on it, but Husso was able to get the stick and whack it away before it could come into a disaster there. But yeah, no, I would say I'm going to go with the Winnipeg Jets win this one. Now, 2-on-1 for Winnipeg coming the other way. 91 tried to drop it to Connor, and that one is broken up. And now the Blues come back the other way. Pavel Buchnevich with a wrist shot, and that one goes wide of the net. The Jets will recover here as now number 91, who I don't know, fires it back into the blue zone. I do apologize, by the way, if I don't know everybody on each team because I don't watch them as consistently. I know the majority of players on both teams, but I will do my best. Usually when I don't know the player, I end up just saying their number, and you can kind of go off of that. As we're getting a penalty here against the Jets, it looks like it's going to be a hold against number 65. And so almost 4.5 minutes in, the Blues will get their first crack on the power play here. As we'll get a holding penalty against the Winnipeg Jets. We'll see what player exactly it is. No idea who 65 is. Andy's in Philly at the casino doing a poker tournament. That's awesome. So we'll see if Andy comes in at any time here. But yeah, no, Jordan Kyrou was knocked down, kind of held down, dragged down by number 65, Jonathan Kovacevic. I hope I said that right. But he's the man, number 65, in the box for the Jets. So any team other than New Jersey team, what team do you like? That's actually a good question, James. The other team that I'm a fan of is the San Jose Sharks. And mainly it has to do with the fact that my dad lived in San Jose for a little while. And because obviously there's a team in San Jose, and also because I want to have a team in the West and the Eastern conferences, I went with the San Jose Sharks. If I didn't have the Sharks, I would probably go with like the Minnesota Wild or even the Jets possibly. It's a wrist shot there from Kyrou. That one was stopped and the rebound is knocked away and back down into the St. Louis zone. But yeah, no. So the San Jose Sharks are the other team I'm a fan of. And then there's just guys on different teams that I like. And there's, teams I like because of uniforms and things like that. But the two teams that I'm definitely a fan of are the New Jersey Devils and San Jose Sharks. Steve is also cheering on the Jets. He says, me too. Let's go Jets. He says, go Jets, go. Love the enthusiasm, man. James says, nice. Yeah, man. And if you guys are a fan of any other team other than the team you're mainly a fan of, whether it's the Winnipeg Jets, Golden Knights, anything like that, let me know in the comments section, and I will share it here on the screen because, like I said before, guys, these live watch-alongs are comment-driven. We don't do these without your guys' support, and we love interacting with all of you guys. We want to make you guys feel as included as possible when we do these. As the Jets knock the puck down back into the St. Louis Blues zone. Ryan O'Reilly, the captain of the St. Louis Blues, is playing in his 900th career National Hockey League game. So there we go. So now the next major milestone for Ryan O'Reilly is to get to 1,000 games played. That is phenomenal accomplishment. As Falk gets it over to Shen. Nice pass on the left side, and Tarasenko buries it. Oh, what a beautiful goal by Vladimir Tarasenko. And just like that, with 13:52 to go in the first period, it's now 1-0 St. Louis. That was just an overall great play. It started with Falk at the top of the point, gave it over to the left side to Braden Shen, and then Shen threw a couple of skates, just made a great pass over to Tarasenko, wide open on the left, face-off circle, and he was able to beat Comrie with ease. We'll see it again. Just great pass. Tarasenko gets it, and he goes just under the blocker arm of Comrie and in. And so, like I said, Tarasenko on the power play gives the Blues the early 1-0 lead. Steve saying I have a PS5 and NHL 22. Man, you got about as updated as you possibly can, man. Hopefully that game is good, man. Let me know how it is, your overall feeling. My wonderful mother once again in the chat saying, good afternoon, all. Woo, what a goal. That was a very nice goal indeed by Tarasenko. I honestly don't see Tarasenko being moved at the deadline or anytime soon. I think there's been some patches made. It's a nice pass there and a backhand try by Saad, and that one just goes wide. Golden opportunity there for Brandon Saad to make it 2-0, but he just got the puck knocked off. No penalty there. So now it's intercepted by the Blues in their own zone, and then they look to come the other way. Yes, he scored. Thank you so much, James. Jacob is happy. He's also saying hello to my mother, which I really do appreciate, Jacob. Can we get a mom reveal? I don't know. I mean, if she wants to come on and say hi, she's more than welcome to. Yes, it's so good. You should get it. All right, man. I mean, I have a PS4 because I don't play video games as much as I used to when I was younger. But I definitely could give it a whirl. Definitely could give it a whirl. I heard the gameplay is a lot better than it has been in recent years. So the Jets look to come the other way. It's Peter Stastny. Oh, excuse me, Paul Stastny. Jeez, show y'all all names. That shot goes wide of the net there. And now the Blues are going to come the other way. Jets are 14-4-2 in their last 20 games against St. Louis. So they've had a lot of success against the Blues of late. But when it comes to just this season, as we mentioned before in the chat, the Jets are on a current 6-game losing streak. Is that shot there by the Blues? It's stopped, and then the follow-up try is covered before anybody can get to it by Comrie. And so, with that being said, we will get our first stoppage in play with 12:09 to go. In the opening period, the Blues strike first on a power play goal by Vladimir Tarasenko. And we'll step aside for just a moment to get our first word of the day from our sponsors. So as always, guys, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. When you sign up for DraftKings, make sure to use our promo code, which you can see in the bottom right corner, THPN. So 12:09 to go here in the first period. The Blues just scored the first goal of the game on a power play goal by Vladimir Tarasenko, and that's where we are currently, with it being 1-0 St. Louis. James saying, well, hold on. Steve said, me too. I have a PS4 too. That's awesome. Played Counter-Strike. Never played that before. Faggio obviously not happy, saying, damn, Comrie's going to be a problem. I mean, that wasn't fully on Comrie. Just the Jets defense kind of left Tarasenko all alone on the left side. So, it is what it is. Life of Leo shows the match so we can see it. Well, unfortunately, Leo, I would love to. It's an opportunity there for number 6 getting down. That one is blocked in front as the Blues have the puck right now, 5-on-5, looking to try to generate something. The reason that I can't is because of copyright reasons, and that I would unfortunately the stream would get shut down. But we do our best to give you guys play-by-play. I at least try to do what I can to give you guys up a detailed listen to the game. As a wrist shot there from the Jets goes high and wide of the net. Jets trying to keep the puck in the offensive zone here, but still, Leo, I appreciate though you asking and obviously wanting to see it. But if you want to watch along with us, you can check it out NHL 66, ESPN Plus, or Stream East. Those are the three that I would highly recommend to get a stream of this game to watch along with us. Bochfuss, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. Appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Helps out the channel tremendously. Saying St. Louis. All right. So we got another Blues fan in the chat, obviously cheering on the Blues. Ish is back in the chat. Let's go, Jets. F the Blues. The Central is the Wilds division, baby. So there you go. There's a shot there and pass in front. And that pass is blocked by the Jets, and they'll just clear it out back to center ice. So the Jets really just kind of playing on their heels right now as the Blues are kind of dominating. Is a nice pass there to Kyrie. Now over to Tarasenko. Tarasenko back top of the point over to the left side. Quick shot. That was deflected. Follow-up try and a big-time save by Comrie. 2 great saves by Eric Comrie as the Blues once again were looking to try to get the 2-0 lead. And that puck goes all the way back down and will be an icing, so a faceoff will be back in the Jet zone as Robert Thomas there was the one looking to try to get that one. PC gaming is where it's at. CSGO vet over here. All right. Dude, I know a lot of people that are very, very big on gaming PCs now. And the designs of gaming PCs that I've seen online are just phenomenal. I'm blown away. And the fact that, you can create mods for your favorite games to make them even better than what they originally were is something so cool. Like, I'm a big college football fan and I love NCAA football. And I saw people make a mod where for NCAA Football 14, where it was updated with uniforms, rosters for like this year. It was phenomenal. Absolutely love it. As the puck comes out of the Jet zone, so the Blues will go back to reset. But yeah, so far, guys, the Jets are really playing on their heels. They had one good chance about 2 minutes in. The Jets already have 5 blocked shots in this period. So really things are very difficult here. Obviously, for East to talk about the Minnesota Wild, who got a win last night in the Garden against the New York Rangers, is currently 1.57 behind the St. Louis Blues, who currently have 58. But if they win, they'll obviously get to 60. If I just say, come on, Jets, we need Klingberg badly. I mean, if the Jets can get themselves out of this funk and get themselves rolling couple of games and maybe a big winning streak, that could obviously make it interesting. But now here comes Mark Scheifele one-on-one with Falk on the right side. Holds up, tried to drop it off, and a good job there by Justin Falk to knock that puck off Scheifele's stick. And now the Jets will be back at center ice, and they'll just dump it back into the St. Louis zone. Fortnite and NHL Pro right here. Jacob, how much has Fortnite gotten, is Fortnite not as popular as it once was? Because I feel like people don't talk about it as much. As now Tyler Bozak just throws it at the net, and it's just swept aside by Comrie. Jets have it behind their own net, trying to get it out, and now they do. Slowly make a change here. 8.5 minutes to go in the first period. Still 1-0 St. Louis Blues here over the Winnipeg Jets on a power play goal by Vladimir Tarasenko. DeSmith robbed Larkin. You see that? I did see that save. Raymond coming down 2-on-1 with Larkin. DeSmith got over there and made a tremendous glove save. I think the Red Wings still ended up winning that game anyway in overtime, but it was a great save nonetheless, and you got to give credit where credit is due. Phenomenal save by Casey DeSmith, who's had a very solid season in net as the backup for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Comrie trying to carry as the others have no pulse. And Fagio saying, come on, guys. Fagio, I would have to agree with you. It really kind of feels like right now the Jets' defense is just kind of leaving Comrie out to dry. They're just basically asking him to do everything right now, and the Jets' offense not generating much. But a nice pass in front to Stastny, and that one's sticked aside by Husso. Just as I say that, Paul Stastny, I keep saying his dad's name. Paul Stastny with that opportunity there, and it was knocked away by Husso. Now the Jets back into the offensive zone, but it looks like we are going to get an icing call here. So we'll get another TV timeout with about, how much time is left as they'll show it again on the plate? 7:22 to go here in the first period of our game. Still 1-0 St. Louis over the Winnipeg Jets. And we'll step aside once again to get another word from our sponsors. So as always, guys, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. When you sign up for DraftKings, make sure you use our promo code, which you can see in the bottom right corner, THPN. So again, my name is Neil Villapiano. I'm the host of the Devil's State of Mind podcast here on the Hockey Podcast Network, which covers all things New Jersey Devils. New episodes come out every Monday and Thursday. So make sure you guys go check that out if you want to hear more of my voice. And welcome to this live watch along between the Winnipeg Jets and the St. Louis Blues. It's currently 1-0 St. Louis, 7:09 to go in the first period as the Blues scored on a power play goal by number 91, Vladimir Tarasenko. Jacob saying, nah, Fortnite is still very popular. Just a lot of people quit with how sweaty people are now. That's an interesting way of putting it, but all right. Flyers 5 minutes away from winning a game for the first time since going on the 13-game losing streak. That is interesting. Looks like they might be on their way to finally breaking that 13-game losing streak, which for me as a Devils fan, what's hilarious is that the Devils, the only reason they're not in dead last is because the Flyers have been even worse with that 13-game losing streak. But if the Flyers do win, the Devils will be back in dead last in the Metropolitan Division prior to their game later on tonight when they take on the Carolina Hurricanes. By the way, the Hurricanes, for the first time this year, are wearing their Hartford Whalers uniforms. There's a nice play there to 91, but he couldn't get all of it on his stick. There's now another opportunity. That one sticked aside by Husso. Jets kind of whacking at it here. Another follow-up try is knocked away. Jets keeping it in. 88 over there. Shot there. It's stopped by Husso and he'll cover. So the Jets with arguably their best shift of the period with at least 2, maybe 3 good shots on goal. But Billy Husso continuing to be strong in net this year, making a couple of good saves and keeping the Jets, at least for now, off the score sheet. But yeah, the Hartford Whaler uniforms will be out tonight for the Hurricanes when they take on the Devils later on tonight. My good buddy Cole, a.k.a. CT Gaming Shorts, saying, hi, what's going on, Cole? Great to see you as always, buddy. Again, absolutely love the logo you got there. Hope you're doing well. Make sure to leave a like, by the way, while you're here, man. Helps out the channel tremendously. You guys know the deal. But again, leaving a like and also subscribing really does help out, as we're now over 900 subscribers and we're trying to get to 1,000, man. 2022 has already been such a great start. We've gotten something along the lines of almost like 200 subscribers since the start of this year. And it's been absolutely phenomenal. So, as always, guys, leave a like, subscribe, punch the notification bell so you don't miss any new live watch-alongs that we do here. And also, just share this with all of your family, friends, and get them on here, because the Hockey Podcast Network is the place for live watch-alongs of National Hockey League games. So now the Jets come in the zone. Mark Scheifele with the puck right now. Takes a wrist shot. That one is blocked and goes wide of the net. Almost a takeaway there by Blake Wheeler, who's gotten off to arguably would it be fair to say, and Fagio and James, if you're in here, would it be fair to say that Blake Wheeler is having arguably one of his worst seasons? I mean, from just a goal scoring perspective, I'm just stunned that he really just hasn't gotten the goal scoring as much. Is it because of him, the lack of support around him? Like what exactly is the situation going on right now? I just want to know, because it's really surprising, because Blake Wheeler's been so consistent scoring-wise for years. Turnover there by the Blues, and the Jets score! It's Paul Stastny on a takeaway. Billy Husso tried to play the puck. It was intercepted by Stastny. Husso way out of net, and Stastny lightly taps it in. And with 5:37 to go in the first period, the Jets have tied the game up at 1. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. Kyrou and Falk collided with one another. Husso came way out of his net to try to play the puck. Stastny was able to get the takeaway, and knock it in. So just an overall bad play in the defensive zone as Kyrou got leveled by Justin Falk there. It looks like he's okay. But then Husso makes the situation worse by trying to play the puck, thinking he's Martin Brodeur, and he ends up turning it over, and the Jets take advantage and tie the game up at 1. So now the Blues in the offensive zone here, so we'll see if that kind of lights a little bit of a spark there for the Jets, as the Blues have been, for the most part, dominating this first period, and the Jets get a little bit of a break, and they're able to tie the game. So Stastny gets himself the double-digit goals. That's his 10th of the year at the 14-23 mark. The goal is unassisted. Nice play over. Here comes Stastny again on the left side, and that one is broken up by St. Louis Blues player. And now the Blues look to try to come the other way. Kyrou drops it off to Robert Thomas. Thomas now with it on the right face-off circle. Tried to get on his backhand. He lost it. And now the Jets player gets knocked down, but they still come into the offensive zone, as Jets player number 93 will whack it in. James telling me Wheeler has not been the same in 2 years. His production has gone down since 18-19. I guess maybe that has to do with more age, James. Would that be the right? Would that be the right assumption that he's starting to get up there in age? Patrick Spina. Oh my God. Oh my God. The Flyers blew it, and the Flyers gave up the tying goal, and now that game is tied at 3. A nice pass in front there to Sundqvist, but Comrie makes the save. Great save there by Comrie as the Blues look to try to get themselves the go-ahead goal, but Comrie comes up with it. As we'll get another stop here, 4:19 to go in the first period. The Jets, on a lucky break, tie the game up on Paul Stastny's 10th goal of the year. James saying, yes, it really has to do with age for Blake Wheeler. Well, we'll see how many more years really that Wheeler has. I think the question really now for Winnipeg, at this point when you look at the core of the team, is it time for a rebuild? I feel like James would kind of say yes, maybe Faggio not as much, but is it time to start considering it? I mean, you still have a lot of talent, don't get me wrong, with guys like Connor Hellebuck and also Wheeler to an extent, Mark Scheifele, Kyle O'Connor, Andrew Kopp. You still have a lot of really good players, but is it time? Or maybe you just have to do a retool. That could be a question. That could definitely be a possibility. Patrick is saying, unbelievable, empty net. 40 seconds left. That is unreal. So with the empty net, who are the Flyers playing, by the way? Playing the Kings. So the Kings pulled their goalie and with 40 seconds left, tied the game up. Philly has so many good parts on that team. They do, but it's not about how much talent you have on the team and how many good parts. It's about can they all play together and create good chemistry. And it just hasn't worked out since the season started. They've really, really been struggling. Jets can retool like what Boston has done. No, I think that's a good example, James. That's a really good comparison for the Winnipeg Jets. They have a lot of really good talent in the core of their team that if they just, get some pieces here and there and kind of go from there, I think they'll be in good shape. I really, really do think. Now, obviously, it's going to be tough from a free agency perspective, but I really do think the Jets' biggest need, they have two big needs in my opinion. They need to upgrade their defense somehow, and they certainly need to get a more decent backup goaltender for Connor Hellebuck. You can't have this guy playing 60-some-odd games a year. Take it from somebody who watched Corey Schneider and Mackenzie Blackwood play 3/4 of the games to the point where they started getting hurt consistently to know that you cannot have your goaltender playing 60-plus games a year. You just can't. You have to find a decent backup. You know what? I don't even know if this is even crazy. I don't know how crazy this is. But what if the Winnipeg Jets try to make a move, not this year, but maybe in the offseason, to maybe go after a guy like Marc-Andre Fleury to be that 1B to Connor Hellebuck? I would wonder if that would be a good move. I don't know. Jacob saying Philly's playing the Kings. Thank you, Jacob. Let's go on X Rummage. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. We appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Helps out the channel tremendously. He says Tom Brady just retired. Yes, we talked about that at the beginning of the live watch along. Tom Brady has indeed retired from the National Football League after 22 impressive seasons. A turnover here by the Blues. Kyle O'Connor has it, and he lost the puck. Good job as the stick got lifted. No penalty there. But Connor regains the puck for Winnipeg. Luther trying to go over. It's now 65 with a shot, and Husso makes the glove save. So we're going to stop here. 3:37 to go in the first period. Still 1-1. Shots are currently 9 apiece here in this one. Jacob says he will be right back. No worries, Jacob. But yeah, Tom Brady has retired. Like I said before, I'm kind of stunned about it more than anything else. As a Giants fan, obviously I'm always going to have the 2 Super Bowl wins over Tom Brady at Super Bowl 42 and 46. There's obviously things that you can respect and like about Tom Brady, and then there's other things that you cannot respect and like about Tom Brady. But whatever it is, tremendous career, nonetheless, 22 years in the league, and definitely will be on his way to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. As a good shot by the Blues on the left side is into the breadbasket of Comrie. No cover. 3:22 to go here in the first period. Still 1-1 is our score between the Winnipeg Jets and the St. Louis Blues. So what do you guys think of this game so far? Do you guys Are you guys like impressed that it's 1-1? What are your thoughts if you guys are watching this along with us? Like, what do you guys think so far? For me personally, I think the Jets are lucky that this game is tied because they've quite frankly been outplayed in this first period. And if it wasn't for just lack of communication in the defensive zone by Kyrou and Justin Falk, and also Huso trying to play the puck well out of his zone, it would still be 1-0. And there's obviously been a couple of chances prior to that where the Blues could have made it 2, possibly even 3-0 with the way that they've been playing. But that's just my opinion. And for St. Louis, other than that one mistake, they've played a almost flawless first period of action. And it's tough, especially when you only have one goal to show for it and you're tied. But obviously in hockey, a lot can change. So we'll see how things progress here. So we have just a little under 3 minutes to go in the first period as Copp fires it at Huso, and he'll cover it without any problems. And we'll get another face-off here with 2:50 to go in the first period. So, a lot of people ask me these questions, and what I like to do, especially when I do a game, I try to do a game for every single team in the NHL. People ask me like, "Oh, what's your favorite player on this team or that team?" And I like doing that. And obviously, nobody's asked me that, but I'll just kind of tell you anyway. So, my favorite player on the Winnipeg Jets is the guy who unfortunately got put on injured reserve, is going to be out for a while, and that's Nikolai Ehlers. I think he's one of the most underrated forwards, two-way forwards in the game. I feel like, and this is no knock on that's no knock on the Winnipeg Jets. I just feel like because they play in a small market in Canada, he's not talked about as much, even though I think he's very well known in the NHL circles. I just think that he's not appreciated enough. But a strong number 2 would probably be Andrew Copp. I really don't know what it is exactly about him, but the speed that he brings and the way he just has a nose for the goal is something that I really, really enjoy. Also a big fan of Kyle Connor as well. Excited to see what he can do on the international stage, him being an American. And shout out to Kyle Connor for making his first appearance in the NHL All-Star game this year. So those are the 3 guys. But definitely Nikolai Ehlers is my number 1. And, selfishly as a Devils fan, would love to see the Devils get a guy like him or get Nikolai Ehlers, but I doubt the Jets would ever move a player like that. James saying, Corey Schneider played for our Moose team. He played for the Manitoba Moose? I guess they were what? Were they affiliate of the Vancouver Canucks at one time? I know that they were, an AHL team, and that's kind of how the process began of bringing back the Jets eventually. But I actually didn't know that, James. James, I'm really liking these fun facts that you've been giving me. The one about Comrie and also another one about Corey, man. I'm absolutely loving it. Absolutely loving it. 1:45 to go here in the first period. Game is still tied at 1. As a shot there from Winnipeg. It's stopped by Huso right in the slot. Connor just trying to keep the puck out of the zone. 2 Jets players collide, and now Jordan Kyrou will settle it for St. Louis. Jordan Kyrou, one of the biggest surprises going into this season. Well, not going into it, since the season started. Really, really has been on fire since the year began. Love the speed that he has, the goal-scoring ability. Playmaking is off the charts. He's a guy that St. Louis can really, really build around for a very, very long time. As now Scheifele comes in on the right side. Fires it from the blue line. That one just goes wide of the net off of Huso. Jets trying to do a good job on the forecheck, but Colton Parayko takes it for St. Louis and will chip it back all the way down into the Jet zone. No icing here as we've reached 1 minute to go here in the first period. Let's see if either team can get themselves a late goal and grab that momentum going into the first intermission. Parayko behind the net right now for St. Louis, looking to set it up. Now he chips it over to the left side. Blues player knocks it off the boards on right by center ice, and it's deflecting all the way down into the Jet zone. No icing again. Jets trying to get it out of their zone. Can they? Yes, they do. Now Stastny chips it off the boards. Tried to get it to his teammate, but it was broken up. Blues come back behind their own net. Bortuzzo, excuse me, which one, gets it over. And now Bozak chips it in. 15 seconds to go here in the first period. Blues have the puck in the offensive zone right now, trying to get something, but the Jets whack it out again. It's number 17, knocks it out for Winnipeg. 6 seconds to go here. Puck back in the St. Louis zone. 3 seconds to 1, and that will do it for the first period here of our game between the Jets and the Blues. The Blues struck first on a power play goal by Vladimir Tarasenko, and then some miscommunication by two Blues players and Husso resulted in the Jets getting a lucky goal by Paul Stastny to tie the game up at 1. So that is where we are at the end of the first period of play. And we will step aside for just a moment as we'll get another word from our sponsors. So as always, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. When you sign up for DraftKings, make sure to use our promo code, which you can see in the bottom right corner, THPN. So welcome here to the first intermission of our game between the Winnipeg Jets and the St. Louis Blues. Been a pretty interesting one so far. Blues scored first, really were dominating the majority of that period. But just a bad miscommunication by two players on the Blues, in which they collided with one another, and then Ville Husso trying to play the puck to prevent any sort of problem, actually ended up turning over the puck, and Paul Stastny whacked it in with really no problem, and he was able to tie the game up. And so that is where we are at the end of 20 minutes of play. Pauline Mercer, can you play O Canada? I don't know if I can play it right now, but I'll see if I can at some point, Pauline. James saying Vancouver, yes, when it comes to Manitoba. Okay, so at one time the Manitoba Moose were the American Hockey League affiliate of the Vancouver Canucks, and former New Jersey Devils and Vancouver Canucks goalie Corey Schneider played there, according to James. Thank you so much for that. The Moose had Kessler as well, good player. Oh, certainly a good player. Is he still playing in the league? Ryan Kessler's still in the league? Hold on. I don't think he is. Kessler. I'm looking this up. Just because I want to. It's American, former professional hockey player. I'm looking up an article right now. You guys can't see it, but let me look. Yeah, that's what I thought. This was back in September. He hadn't played since 18-19. Hip injuries. Yeah, man. The thing about hip injuries, whether it's goalie, whatever, hip injury, you're kind of screwed for the rest of your career. Especially as older as you get, you can't really recover from these injuries. So that's unfortunate. My good buddy Hockey Legend is here saying, yo, Neil, what is going on, Hockey Legend? It's been a while since I've seen you, man. Hope you're doing well. I know you've probably been in several of these live watch-alongs, but obviously I haven't seen you in some of the ones that I've done. But hope you're doing well, man. Make sure to leave a like while you're here, my friend. Really, really does help out the channel. Would really appreciate that. But I hope you're doing well, man. Obviously, I'm sure you had a chance to watch Henrik Lundqvist's jersey retirement last night. And a tough loss for the New York Rangers, in which they apparently scored at the end to tie the game, but the ref waved it off, even though the puck ended up in the net. Can someone give me more context to that? Because I only saw the replays, and they were showing it, and I was like, that puck is clearly in the net. What did I miss? Like, did they call goalie interference? Was that the reason? Very strange way to lose a hockey game. I know if I was watching that with the Devils and that happened, I'd be pissed off to no end. But great to see you, Hockey Legend, as always. Top Shelf Highlights. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. Appreciate it, my friend. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Really does help out the channel. Thoughts on how the Central top three is going to finish this year. Well, I'm actually going to bring up the standings just for my own entertainment because I don't want to just guess because I want to give my actual thoughts here. But I will look really quickly here. So Central, so we got Colorado, Nashville, St. Louis. Yeah, man, this is I would say honestly, this is a four-way division right now, competing for three spots. I definitely think Colorado's going to get the top seed in that division. I think they're going to win the division. With regards to Minnesota, St. Louis, and Nashville, I mean, they're separated by 1 or 2 points. So it's been neck and neck since really the season started. So it's kind of interesting. But if I was a betting man, and if you are also a betting man, make sure you use our promo code THPN when you sign up for DraftKings. Helps out the channel tremendously. I'm going to say that I think it's going to be Colorado, I think St. Louis, and then I'm going to go with Minnesota. And I say that because even though, yes, Nashville has done really well, especially offensively, UC Saros has been tremendous, I do question the backup goaltending a little bit. John Hines is the head coach. And knowing what I know about John Hines, because he coached the New Jersey Devils for several years, he has a system, and I hate using this word, but it's so true. He has a system that is way, way more conservative / defensive. And I feel like at some point he's going to really try to get his players to play that certain way. And I don't think Nashville really is suitable to play that type of way, and I think it's going to end up hurting them. I think you're going to see Minnesota get on some sort of a run. The biggest question mark I have with the Minnesota Wild, can they trust Cam Talbot consistently? Because he'll have some games where he's really solid in net, and then you have like what we saw in the Winter Classic, and granted it might not be the greatest example, but you have a game like that where he just doesn't look that good. And I think that might be the biggest question mark. I like the future goaltending with Jesper Wallstedt coming down the reins in a year or two for Minnesota. But for the right now, that's the biggest question mark. But I think with the offensive firepower that Minnesota has and the way they've been playing somewhat of late, I think that they end up getting it. So I'm going to go with Colorado, Nashville, and St. Louis. And Colorado, St. Louis, and Minnesota. I think Nashville could very well be one of those two wildcard teams because the Central is that kind of tight. But how even tighter the Pacific Division is, might be a little bit difficult. So that's my overall thoughts, top shelf, of the top three finish in the Central Division. You also talked about player pushed Minnesota goaltender's pad into the net, so they called goalie interference. Oh, okay. So I guess I could see that because now I think about when I look back on that replay, I guess I can see that. So, yeah, tough way to lose it for the Rangers, especially with that being Henrik Lundqvist's retirement night, having his number retired. Tough break for the Rangers, but, look, they've still been playing phenomenal hockey. They are currently 28-13-4, tied with the Carolina Hurricanes for second place in the Metropolitan Division. They're at 60 points with that. You want to talk about like what is the worst division in the four here? It's pretty close between the Metropolitan Division and the Atlantic Division. And that's the way that I look at it. But you look at let's look at this Metropolitan Division. You have Pittsburgh with 61, Carolina and the Rangers with 60, and the Capitals have 57. And then there's this massive drop-off because the next team is the Columbus Blue Jackets with 39 points. That's nearly 20 points below Washington. Then you have the Islanders with 36, the Flyers with 36, and the Devils are in dead last with 35. So there's a tight race for the highest that any of these teams are going to end up being is fifth place in the Metropolitan Division. So there's just so much here that I just, it's ridiculous. Then you look at the Atlantic Division, right? 65 for Florida, 63 for Tampa, 55 for Toronto, and then you have 53 for Boston. Then there's somewhat of a drop-off because then Detroit has 44, another major drop-off because then Buffalo has 33, Ottawa with 30, and then Montreal with 23. So there you have that. And yeah, I mean, honestly, when you compare it to the other divisions in the NHL, it's a really good toss-up between the Metropolitan and the Atlantic. And I think I would favor the Metropolitan because of the fact that nearly all the teams that are in 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th are almost 20 points or more behind the Washington Capitals. So that's the way that I look at it. So for me, the worst division right now, at least in the bottom half, certainly has to be the Metropolitan Division. But that's just kind of the way that I look at it with that. Let me get some wine here. By the way, guys, if for those of you that don't know who are just joining the stream, I have a glass of homemade Villa Piano wine. I do it every single time. I did it on the first stream. People seem to love it. Kept doing it more and more, and now I have one every day, even if it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon here. And by the way, just because I'm curious, what time zone are all you guys in? Let me know in the comments. Would really love it. Comments been kind of slow of late, but again, guys, this is a comment-driven stream. I love interacting with you guys. If you guys have any questions, if you guys want to ask me anything, if you guys want to give your takes on the game that we're doing here today, again between the Winnipeg Jets and the St. Louis Blues, make sure to do so. You want to ask about the Devils? I can give you a full detailed description of the Devils as well. Speaking of which, I actually can tell you guys, because I have it on my calendar, because I try to use my calendar as best I can. I will let you know when I personally am going to be doing another live watch along. We have live watch alongs every single day here on the Hockey Podcast Network, but I'm going to let you guys know my next live watch along will be this upcoming Tuesday, when the New Jersey Devils are taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs. That game will be in New Jersey. So that'll be the next live watch along that I personally do. And then after that, I will be doing a live watch along of the 2022 NHL All-Star Game. So another big event. We did the Winter Classic between the St. Louis Blues and Minnesota Wild, and that actually reached over 8,500 views. So the hope is that with it being the All-Star Game and being the focal point of the NHL world, we get a lot of people for that one as well. So I will be doing a live watch along of the 2022 NHL All-Star Game. It should be a lot of fun. So those are the next two live watch alongs that I will be doing. I will do my best, like I said before, to do at least one game for every team in the NHL, because I want everybody to be included in this, because there's 32 teams in the NHL, and I gotta appease 32 different fan bases. So I'm sorry to people like Jacob, who always want me to do Vegas Golden Knights games, but I got to do some other games as well. Got to show some support to everybody in the National Hockey League. So, what else there to talk about? Let's think about this, because usually there's a lot of comments that come through. But guys, again, let's get the comment section rolling again. Let's get some questions in. Let's get some comments, everything like that. It's a little bit slow of late, but let's get some other things in here so we can have a really good conversation. But I think again, when I look at this first period, it was definitely dominated by the St. Louis Blues. They seemed to come out with a lot of energy, feeding off of their home crowd. They got themselves a power play. They ended up, scoring on it. Tarasenko continuing to play phenomenal. But then, obviously the Jets, and again, hockey, there's so much that can happen. It's a magical, unpredictable sport. You never know what could happen. Sometimes in these games, you could be dominating, but you can end up being tied because you make one little mistake that the other team takes advantage of. And that's where kind of, I would say this is where my theory comes in about how basically I would say that shots on goal doesn't mean a whole lot, because I've seen so many games where the other team takes 50 shots in a game, still ends up losing, and you look at the game itself and you realize, it was just that the team who had 50 shots on goal, they just couldn't take advantage of the opportunities that they were given, while the other team, who maybe only had 20, 25 shots, had some good opportunities and they were able to cash in. That's kind of the, more or less, that's kind of the, the big reason why I think that shots on goal is a little bit overrated. But shots were 11-10 in the first period in favor of the Blues. Attempts were 18-15. Chances were 5 both ways. The Blues are 1-4 on the power play. Jets haven't had one yet. Slot shots are 4-3 in favor of St. Louis. Controlled entries 21-11 in favor of St. Louis. And the Jets won 10 of the 18 faceoffs in that first period. So there's something with that. But before we get to the second period of play, we are going to get another quick word from our sponsors. So as always, guys, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. Make sure to use our promo code when you sign up, THPN. So let's see here. Remember when Jameson Stasny has to get shipped at the trade deadline? Yeah, he heard that. Yeah, no, it's he got himself a goal. It was a lucky goal, but a goal's a goal. Gets himself to double-digit goals. It was his 10th of the year, and that tied the game up. I can't really hear Neil, but from his lips, I knew it was a commercial rate. You can't hear me? Let me see if I can fix that. It's a little strange. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Yes or no? I just want to know. Like, is it just Faggio or like, I know that there's like a lot of people in here. So if you guys can let me know in the chat, if you guys can hear me, would definitely be appreciated because I'm a little bit confused here because Faggio says he can't hear me. So I just wanted to make sure of that. But let me know. As we are just about ready to start the second period of our game between the Winnipeg Jets and St. Louis Blues. Both teams got a goal in the first period of play, and so we'll see how both teams come out here in this second period. I'm going to make sure, trying to make sure that everything is going smoothly right now. So I muted and unmuted my mic. So I'm hoping that you guys can hear me. Now, nice play there. So again, the this second period should be starting in just a moment here as both teams slowly making their way back out onto the ice. James saying Central is a tough division. It is a tough division. That's for darn sure. It's a tough division, and like I said, there's 4 teams battling for 3 spots. So we'll see how things progress as the season goes around. We're now a little bit more than halfway through the year, and things should certainly be picking up, especially when the second half starts after the All-Star break. But the puck has been dropped, and we are back underway here in our game as the second period begins between the St. Louis Blues and the Winnipeg Jets. Little M, what's going on? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. We do appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. It helps out the channel tremendously. They say win Blues, so we got another Blues fan here. It's a one-time pass over to number 49, and that shot goes wide and goes all the way back down into the blue zone. So Buchnevich will control it for St. Louis. Isaac Frost, what's going on, boss man? Hope you're doing well today. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here, man. Would really appreciate it. Billy Huso is playing very well. He is so far, as he's stopped 9 of the 10 shots he has faced, but he did make that one mistake in his own zone where he tried to play the puck, and he ended up turning it over to Stastny, where Stastny was able to lightly tap it into the empty net, no problem. But other than that, he is once again very, very strong in net, looking for his 10th win of the season. He has been one of the more impressive young goaltenders we've seen this year, and I'm sure that a lot of people are very happy in St. Louis that they found a really good backup for Jordan Binnington. Isaac just subscribed, so we got a new subscriber. Thank you so much, Isaac. Appreciate it, man. He said, I subscribed. Good luck to 1,000. Thank you so much, Isaac. Really do appreciate it, man. That really is so kind of you. And again, thank you to everybody who's liked and subscribed. Really, really do appreciate it. Let me just check right now. We are currently at 909 subscribers. So we are right now with Isaac Frost. We are now 91 subscribers away from 1,000. So let's try to keep this going, guys. Let's keep getting new subscribers in here. Make sure you like as well. Share with your friends as we continue to do these live watch-alongs every single day of the week. Random Stuff Pro MRH saying, go Jets, go. Thank you so much, man. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for that comment. Great to see you. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe as well while you're here. Really, really does help out the channel. Would help us out tremendously. Colin Smith, who's a big St. Louis Cardinals, Chicago Bulls, San Francisco 49ers, and Detroit Red Wings fans, say, what's up, man? What is going on, Colin? Hope you're doing well, my good friend. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. Helps out the channel tremendously. How's your guys' day going? Thank you again, really, for coming on and spending some of your Saturday afternoon, evening, whatever time zone it is by you with us here today. Again, with our live watch along between the Winnipeg Jets and St. Louis Blues. As right now the puck is in the Jet zone, trying to whack it out. As we're just a little over 2 minutes into the second period. We got Bradley Wilkins in the chat, another Niners fan. Say, oh yeah, go Niners. What's going on, Bradley? Hope you're doing well. Also, my friend, thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. Appreciate it. You know the drill. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for new live watch-alongs every single day here on the Hockey Podcast Network. And then we got the Slav Dog say Mike Hawk is small. Haha, very funny. That's very good, Slav Dog. Very, very good. Very, very good. I'll give you that one. You got me on that one. But thank you so much for that comment, man. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Like and subscribe, man. Really, really does help out the channel. We do new live watch-alongs every single day here of every team in the National Hockey League. James saying, Hockey Talk News Online, if the Jets keep losing, there were 3 guys for Coach Babcock or Barry Trotz. That's interesting. Wait, what was the third one? 3 guys for Coach Babcock or Barry Trotz. I just heard, by the way, I just read an article that was posted last week that Mike Babcock is currently I don't want to say interim, but he's the placeholder coach for a small college that his son plays at as well. And he says he's really been enjoying that time. So I don't know if Babcock is going to end up coming back into the NHL, but I'm sure that some teams would be interested if he wanted to. As Blake Wheeler is going to the box here, 3:31 into the second period as he tripped Colton Parayko. So the Blues, who are 1 for 1 on the power play, will look to try to get their second power play of the goal and regain the lead here early in this second period. Beat Ninja 7 _ what's going on, man? Love that logo, by the way. Looks absolutely sick. Hope you're doing well. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Helps out the channel 100%. Is Paul Maurice still the Jets coach? No, he actually resigned a couple months ago. Kind of a surprising thing. But yeah, he is taking the rest of the year off. Don't know if he'll be back in coaching next year or anytime soon, but he did resign as the Jets coach. James did confirming that, saying no. He walked from the team here. He had to resign. And we got Doug Armstrong, the GM of the St. Louis Blues in the chat. What's going on, Mr. Armstrong? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. I'm sure you're watching this game 100% from your nice suite, press box, whatever it is. But make sure to leave a like and subscribe, man. Hope, really, really does help out the channel. Really appreciate the comment also. Now the Blues trying to control the puck to set up on the power play, but it's back to center ice. About a minute to go here on the power play. 15 and a half minutes to go in the second period of our game. Still 1-1 here between the Winnipeg Jets and St. Louis Blues. Krug over to the left side of Tarasenko. Now to O'Reilly. Trying to make a back pass. That was broken up. Tarasenko over to the right side. Wrist shot there from a sharp angle, and that one is saved and covered by Comrie. So really, the power play this time around for St. Louis has been much more of a struggle just to really control the puck. David Perron was the one who took that shot. Arguably not arguably, 100% one of my all-time favorite St. Louis Blues players. As Perron got the pass from Tarasenko, couldn't control it originally, got it right back, took a sharp angle try, and Comrie was square to the puck to make that save. Now Perron. Nice pass over to Kyrou. Tried to make a pass into the slot. That one was broken up. It's now Falk with the puck now. Drops the top of the point. Gives to Robert Thomas. Thomas still with the puck now. Holds. Back out top of the point to Falk. Over to Kyrou. Kyrou then back to Falk. Falk gives it to Thomas. Pass over to Barbashev. That one's broken up and actually deflected out of play. And we'll get a stop here with 14:46 to go in the second and 17 seconds remaining on the power play. This game is still tied at 1. Another Vegas Golden Knights fan, Jonathan Garcia in the chat. What's going on, Jonathan? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. Really do appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here, man. Really, really would help out the channel tremendously. So far, a good game. Absolutely, would definitely agree with that. Knights play the Lightning tonight. They do. Jacob is back in the chat. Good to see you again, Jacob. Slav Dunk saying, guess the song. I have no idea. I have no idea. And now Jacob is already saying hi to another fellow Golden Knights fan. Off the wall hockey is the best. What's going on? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on, saying hi. Appreciate it, man. Like and subscribe to the channel. Really, really would help out 100%. Paul Stastny is good. Dude, he's been a really, really good player for a long time in his career. Played for the Blues, playing for the Jets right now. Got himself a goal, 100%. He's been playing really, really well. No doubt about it. James saying, what did he say? I have no idea. I really don't know what Slav Dog said. I have no idea. Off the wall saying, he's had a great career. He really has had a really, really solid career. Let me actually look up as we'll get a face-off here as Huso makes the save. So we'll get a stoppage of play here with 13:43 to go in the second period. The Blues and Jets are tied at a goal apiece. So we'll look up Paul Stastny's stats, just because I'm curious. Let me look this up. Stastny's played in 1,030 games, 272 goals, 501 assists for 773 points. So Stastny's just 27 more points away from 800. That's pretty good numbers. Pretty good numbers for Paul Stastny. Yeah, he is a good player for sure. No doubt about that. The song is North Korea Anthem. Okay, there we go. So another fun fact in the chat there. Thank you so much, Slav Dog. Appreciate it. He also played for the Knights. He did play for the Golden Knights for a period of time. Especially, I think he played for them right when they first came into the league. Jonathan Kopp, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. Helps out the channel. I have Andrew Kopp over 2.5 shots on goal. You think it will hit? I think it's possible. Let's actually look really quick to see if he has any shots on goal so far. Player statistics. Here we go. We're going to go find, where the heck is he? Winnipeg Jets. We're going to go to Cup. He currently has 1 shot on goal so far, my friend. So he needs obviously just like, 2 more to get it? So yeah, I think there's a really good chance that Andrew Kopp will get it, Jonathan. No worries. But thank you so much for coming out saying hi, man. Make sure to leave a like while you're here. And also subscribe. Really, really does help. So how about this? Best plus minus rating in the NHL. Devontae's is in first with plus 33. Brian Hartman plus 30. Johnny Gaudreau plus 28. Justin Falk, who's playing in this game, is in fourth with plus 27. Aaron Ekblad also plus 27. And Elias Lindholm as well, plus 27. So Falk in a 3-way tie for the 4th best plus minus of any player in the National Hockey League this year. That's funny, the North Korean national anthem. You get some interesting stuff in here, Beast Ninja, all the time when we do these live watch-alongs, but we appreciate it. Paul Stastny, over 1,000 games. Lotto's saying 2-1 Jesbury. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Are you talking about like a European game, hockey game, Lotto? Let me know what you mean. He's been in the NHL for a while. Yes, Stastny's been in the league for quite a long time now. I think, how many seasons has it been? Let's see here. 17 now? It's been 16. It's been 16 years he's been playing in the National Hockey League. So, yes, Stastny has been playing in the NHL for a long, long time, Bradley. 100%. I thought he was good on the Knights. He was pretty solid on the Golden Knights. Let's look here, actually. He played 18. Well, he played 18, 19. He had 13 goals, 29 assists, and then the next year he had 17 goals, 21 assists, and he actually he played in 71 games that year, which is one of the most amount of games in a season he's played in his career. So yeah, he's done pretty well. Michael Pittman Sr., what's going on, man? It's a wrist shot there by Kopp. Is blocked and out of play on a good save by Huso. So there you go, Jonathan. That's the second shot on goal for Andrew Kopp. So yeah, just needs one more, and you're good, man. You're gonna get some nice money. Hopefully, you're using DraftKings and using our promo code THPN. Michael Pittman saying, "Hey, did you hear about Tom Brady?" Yeah, I did hear about that. Tom Brady, like we mentioned before, has officially retired from the National Football League after 22 years. What's interesting, though, that I should add, is that we've been hearing some reports over the last hour that wait a minute, Brady actually he posted a retirement speech on his Twitter, then deleted it. Then you're hearing some people on the Bucs saying that he actually hasn't retired yet, and that nobody on the Bucs actually has gotten any word that Brady's retiring. So there's a lot of confusion here. So we'll see how things progress as the days go by here. But as of right now, Tom Brady has officially retired from the NFL. Michael Pittman saying Lightning versus Knights is going to be good. Yes, it's going to be a really good game. Is it a potential Stanley Cup Finals match? Match here. We'll see. We'll see, man. But it should be a really good game, 100%. But thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. I appreciate it, my friend. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. Helps out the channel tremendously. New live watch-alongs every single day here. As a shot there, and that one goes in. It's Kyle Connor. And with 12:03 to go in the second period, the Winnipeg Jets have taken the lead. It's now 2-1 as the All-Star Kyle Connor scores one, as it looked like Husso got a piece of it, but not enough. And Kyle Connor beats Husso to give the Jets their first lead of the day. Yes, it's crazy that Brady retired. The Flyers, despite blowing it in regulation, still end up winning and finally break their 13-game losing streak, winning 4-3 in overtime, as that shot by Connor actually beat the right leg pad of Husso, hit the post, and then went in. So, good goal there for Connor, and the Jets, surprisingly, have the 2-1 lead. What a football legend, 100%. Inor Akinviv is a great player. I don't know who that is, but I'm sure he was. Jonathan Garcia saying, go Knights, go VGK. I hope we can win the Cup this year, next year with all the depth we have. I like this comment from Fagio. KFC, is that what they call him? Is that his nickname? Is that Kyle Connor's nickname now? But that was a big-time goal for Kyle Connor. And Jack Eichel. Jacob believing that this is the Golden Knights year. That's what they've been saying every year since their first year in the NHL, but we'll see if things change. Let's go. I'm so hyped. Let's go. Jacob saying, I like how Fagio is probably the only Jets fan here. No, he's not. James is also in here. James is also a Jets fan. We got more than one in here. We got several Jets fans in this one. Colin Smith saying, yeah, the Knights are stacked. They certainly are. They certainly are one of the teams to beat, not only in the Pacific Division and Western Conference, but also in the NHL. And they're obviously going to be one of the more active teams at the deadline because they're going to have to make player moves to get under the salary cap once Jack Eichel comes back onto the team and makes his Golden Knights debut. But they're still going to be a very talented team nonetheless. The Lightning are still good, but they lost a few good players this offseason. Yeah, they did, but they're still going to be a team that could very well make that run and look to try to make it 3 Stanley Cups in a row, which would be a tremendous accomplishment for that team. Oh, sorry, we have 2 Jets fans. We have more VGK fans in here. Yeah, man, it is what it is, but we appreciate everybody that comes on and hangs out with us. And again, guys, if you're just joining us and you like what you see, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and punch the notification bell so you don't miss any new live watch-alongs that we do here on the Hockey Podcast Network. We have new live watch-alongs here every single day covering every single team in the National Hockey League. Kendall Malley, what's going on? Hope you're doing well today. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. Helps out the channel. I don't know anything about hockey. I just bet on the Blues to win, so go Blues. All right, so fair enough. That's not a bad way to look at it. But thank you so much for coming on, and hopefully you used DraftKings and used our promo code THPN when you signed up. Yeah, there are definitely some good stacked teams, 100%. Here, a quiz. Chris Draper, what did the Jets trade him for? What did the Jets trade him for? I have no idea, James. I have the faintest idea. You gotta let me know what it is. James says, I can hear you. Okay, good. I just want to make sure that you guys could hear me because I know Fagio was having some trouble earlier. James, you're gonna have to just let me know. I have literally no idea who. Jacob also welcoming Kendall, saying, let's go. Welcome to the shit show if it's your first time here. We got another Jets fan in here, so that's 3. Stefan, what's going on, Steven? Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you so much for coming on and showing your support. Really do appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here, man. Really, really does help out the channel. Bradley saying, I think the teams that are most stacked are the Avalanche, Knights, Blues, Lightning, Panthers, Leafs, and Hurricanes. Yeah, I would agree with most of that. I would agree with most of that. So, yeah, we got a lot of really good teams, and it'll be really fascinating to see how it all plays out once we get to the playoffs. The Jets have the puck right now in the offensive zone. 8.5 minutes to go here in the second period. The Jets have the only goal here in the second on a goal by Kyle Connor. So the Jets, who started off trailing in this game 1-0 early on, have scored losing my words here, the last 2 goals, and as a result, they have the 2-1 lead. Fajia is saying that Neil, it stands for Kyle effing Connor. I like that. A bag of chips and a pop. All right. More Jets fans. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. James says $1. So there you go. So far, there are Jets, Knights, and Blues fans. They certainly are, man. But hey, you know what? If there's other fans here who are fans of teams in the NHL, let me know. Would love to interact with you guys, and we're trying to get as many fans in here as possible, regardless of what team they cheer for. No, Draper went to Detroit for a whole dollar. He went to Detroit for $1 and won several Stanley Cups. That is great. That is great. He won a Stanley Cup with Detroit. He won several. As looks like we're getting a penalty here, I believe. As it looks like somebody's going to the box here, but we'll find out when we come back from commercial break. So 7:57 to go in the second period. It is 2-1 Winnipeg on the most recent goal by Kyle Connor. And we'll get back to your comments in just a minute as we get another quick word from our sponsors. So as always, guys, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. When you sign up for DraftKings, make sure to use our promo code down in the bottom right corner, THPN. So we've had 1 goal here in this second period after each team got one in the first. Kyle Connor was the one who scored for the Jets and have given them their first lead of the game. Looks like there were some penalties called right as we went to commercial break. So when they get back from commercial break, we'll see what they ended up calling there, as Vladimir Tarasenko is actually in the box right now. He accidentally, after the shot, hit Pierre-Luc Dubois in the face. So it looks like it's going to be a high sticking call. Craig Berube, the head coach of the Blues, had a few choice words for the ref there. Did not like that. But the Jets will get an opportunity here on the power play. I believe it's their first one of the day, with a chance to possibly double their lead. We got 7:55 to go here in this second period. Jets with the puck right now. Shifley over to the left side. One-time shot by Connor. That one just goes wide as Connor was looking for a second. Shifley around the boards, back over to Connor on the left side. Connor drops the top of the point. Schmidt over to Connor again. Connor, sharp angle, gives it over to Blake Wheeler. Wheeler back on the right side to Shifley. Shifley with a shot, and that one just goes wide, and Connor is able to keep it in. Schmidt with it. Now over to Shifley. One-time shot by Schmidt, and he scores! It's Nate Schmidt from the blue line on the power play, and the Jets have doubled their lead. It's now 3-1, and that's former Golden Knight Nate Schmidt who scores there. And just like that, it's now 3-1 Winnipeg. So we got a really big surprise here as the Jets have really dominated this second period as they've gotten themselves 2 goals here. But let's see here. Chris Johnson in the chat leaving some. What's going on, Chris? Hope you're doing well. We got a Columbus Blue Jackets fan in the chat. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. I appreciate it, man. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. Really does help out the channel. Man, my Blue Jackets were pretty good in 18-19. We were an okay playoff team. I hope we get better. You got some pretty solid pieces, Chris. So I think you got to be a little bit patient. They're in somewhat of a rebuild right now, but I think over time, the Blue Jackets will get back to being a really, really competitive team and, really, really make some noise. But thank you so much, man, for coming on. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, the Blue Jackets have been struggling, but we'll see what happens in the future with them. Yes, they've lost a few good players, no doubt about that. They lost Nick Foligno, Cam Atkinson, Matt Duchene, Sergei Bobrovsky, Artemi Panarin. It's a big one. And a lot of others. Yes, they certainly have. But if they're able to get and develop some of those players, there's nothing saying that they can't develop more of that talent and keep it here long term and go from there. I have a lot of faith in the Blue Jackets front office. They've done a good job, and there's no chance there. It's a shot there by 14, and that may have rung out the post. And now the Blues come the other way. 37 comes in. Wraparound try. And that one's broken up by the Jets. Oh, both teams with a great chance there to score, but neither could cash in as the speed has picked up here after the Jets doubled their lead with it now being 3-1. But yeah, I think the Blue Jackets will get back to being a really, really solid competitive team. I think they honestly should be in the Atlantic Division, in my opinion. But now Sundqvist with a pass. He tried to make a saucer pass to Bozak, but it went wide of the net. But we'll see what happens with Columbus. Faggio is pumped up. Oh, Schmidt. Yeah, I like that. Oh, Schmidt. Let's go. Faggio is pumped up right now. His Jets got themselves a 2-goal lead here against this very talented Blues team in St. Louis, by the way. Beast Ninja saying, I forgot Nate Schmidt was on the Jets. I think a lot of people did, to be quite honest with you. Nate Schmidt belongs to VGK. Jacob, they had to get rid of him because you decided to splurge on Pietrangelo for whatever reason. I mean, I still don't know how in God's green earth do you got, where are you guys getting this money from? But a pass in front there, and Wheeler tried to get at the cup, and the pass was broken up, but the Jets trying to keep it into the zone here. The Blues are able to whack it out, but Wheeler keeps it in. The Jets right now really, really hounding the Blues in their own zone as the Jets looking to try to get themselves a 3-goal lead here. Pass intercepted by Shipley. Get to the Wheeler, and that shot is gloved and held by Husso. Woo! Things are really picking up here in this second period, but the Jets have just doubled their lead, and with 4:58 to go, it is now 3-1 Winnipeg. Oh, yeah, and they had Panarin. Yeah, the Blue Jackets also had Panarin. I think some people did forget that. I wish we still had Eric Hollow. Where is he at right now? Did he go back to, is he in Carolina, right? Anyone remember? Oh, dude, of course, James the Real Deal Neal. I always said that James Neal took my nickname and I copyrighted it. I want money from it, but no, I always really liked James Neal when he played in Dallas and then in Pittsburgh. You can see he was starting to decline a little bit. With Vegas, not that much, but, he was always a solid player, but I definitely remember him. What about Reeves in Vegas? He's with the Rangers now. He's with the Rangers and playing pretty well with Gerard Gallant. Oh, Danelle is in the chat, man. What's going on, Danelle? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much, as always, for coming on. Appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like, man, while you're here. You know the drill. Oh, you doing this live stream today? Didn't know at work. Big snowfall in the tri-state area. Hope you are staying warm at home. I am, man. I went out earlier today to try to shovel snow, but because it's still snowing and it was snowing while I was shoveling, we kind of just gave up after a while. And so we'll just probably go out there tomorrow and just blow it. Luckily, a lot of it is powder, so it's not too hard to push aside, but it's just a lot. It's just a lot. But hope you're staying warm and safe as well, Danelle. Good to see you as always, buddy. Man, we had special team in our first few years. You did, man, especially 17-18. You had a really, really amazing run to the Stanley Cup Finals, man, and you were, 3 wins away from winning a cup as an expansion team? Impressive. James Neal is on the Blues. He just left. Is he on the Blues? Is he on the Blues now? Jesus. I thought he was like put on waivers or something. Yeah, I could have sworn he was put on waivers. Let's see here. Yeah, he was put on waivers like 4 weeks ago. I think that's the latest that I have on him. So there's that. And Perron, yeah, David Perron played in Vegas as well in their first year. And I remember I was reading an article from the Players Tribune that David Perron wrote about coming to Vegas and everything that experience there was a great read, and I would definitely recommend going to find it. It was a tremendous read. James Neal is our second best VGK player. First is Daddy Mark Stone. All right, that's an interesting take. What about William Karlsson? You don't think William Karlsson's a little bit better? But Brady shed with a shot. That one just goes wide. He had it on one-on-one there in the slot and got a good shot off, but he couldn't get it on net. 4.5 minutes to go here in the second period. The Jets have scored both goals in this period by Kyle Connor and then Nate Schmidt on the power play, and that is where they lead it right now, up by 2. If you're the Blues, you got to find a way to get one back here before the end of this period. Not saying if you're down 3-1, it's over after the second period, but you definitely got to get something. As we'll get a stoppage here, as now Dubois and it looks like it's Mikola are scrapping. They're actually fighting, and Dubois takes down Mikola there, and we'll get a stop here. So a little bit of pushing and shoving as maybe some frustration from Mikola and the Blues. But he scrapped it a little bit with Pierre-Luc Dubois, and now it looks like both guys are going to end up going to the box here. Not sure if you're going to be, not sure if it's going to be just like 5 minutes for fighting or anything like that, but we'll see. I feel like a lot of our players played for the Blues. Perron, Neal, Pietrangelo. Yeah, they did. There's a lot of connection there. I don't know if it's just by coincidence. Maybe it's more by coincidence, but that is pretty interesting. Did you see the Lundqvist retirement ceremony last night for the Rangers, and also Sergei Zubov retired last night for the Stars? I did see both. And I will say this about the Sergei Zubov one, we talked about the Lundqvist retirement last night. It was great. He definitely deserves to have his number retired. One of the best goalies to never win a Stanley Cup. And he was arguably he's definitely going to be always the second greatest goalie, in my opinion, in Rangers history, behind Mark Richter. But phenomenal guy, has all the records for the Rangers. Class act both on and off the ice. It was great. Sergei Zubov, what I loved last night was that they went back to the old unis they wore in the late 90s and early 2000s when they won that cup, and Zubov was there. They wore those. Adidas made a good job to redesign them, love them, and I wish that they go back to that and wear them full time because those are phenomenal. But a great ceremony for both guys. Zubov, also a former Ranger, won a cup in 94 with the Rangers. Both of those guys, tremendous players in their heyday. As now 4-on-4 here, 2-on-1 for the Blues coming the other way. Thomas Waits takes a shot, and that one goes wide, and Thomas can't believe it. So the teams are skating four-side here for the next minute 20. Hinola hit the post right before that goal. He did. That was Hinola that almost scored there. That would have been big time, as it would have given the Jets a 3-goal lead. I could see Stastny in Colorado possible if the Jets slump. It's possible. What's going on, Caleb? How you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. Really do appreciate it, man. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. Helps out the channel tremendously. I wish Hinola would have scored. Can you guys tell me more about that guy? Because a lot of you seem to be very, very big on him. Let me know. The puck deflects out of play. 3:05 to go here in the second. 55 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Look, no, nobody beats Mark Stone. All right, fair enough. Islanders game against the Kraken is postponed because of the weather. The game is for February 2nd, this Wednesday coming up. Yeah, we had the massive snowstorm in the New York, New Jersey tri-state area. A lot of us got well over a foot of snow, and hopefully anybody who's watching this, like Danelle and myself, I hope you guys are staying warm and staying safe during this time. So now Cup with a shot. That one is blocked. That was blocked. Come on, we need one more shot on goal for Jonathan, who put some money down for Cup to get 2.5, get the over for 2.5 shots on goal in this one. So let's see if he gets it. But the Islanders will still play against the Kraken just in a couple of days. What's going on, Will? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on, saying hi. Appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. Really, really does help out the channel tremendously. He says, go Blues. Man, we're losing. Yeah, you are. But you know what? A lot of time left to play in this one. Can still come back with a really big amount of talent that you guys have. Teams are now back at 5 aside here with 2 minutes to go in this second period. Still 3-1 Winnipeg. There's a blizzard warning actually here, James, actually the blizzard warning I think is over by now, but there was a blizzard warning for the last almost like 12 hours with a lot of snow. It's really kind of supposed to stop snowing around like 7 o'clock tonight, and then, things will then settle down, which is good. Danelle asking me, are you going to watch the Devils tonight against the Hurricanes? Also, they will be wearing their green Whalers jerseys tonight. Yeah, I did mention that the Whalers will be wearing their Hartford Whalers jerseys. The Hurricanes will be wearing their Hartford Whalers jerseys tonight. First time this year that I think they're doing that. And yeah, of course, Danelle, I'm going to be watching that. Being a Devils fan, covering the team, you got to watch it. As a near breakaway there for Robert Thomas to stop. And then Torrey Krug dropped the gloves in his helmet and goes right after Pierre-Luc Dubois. So the second time in the last couple of minutes, Pierre-Luc Dubois is scrapping up with someone on St. Louis. Torrey Krug definitely had some choice words as the net came off. And so the ref blows the whistle and will stop everything with 1:18 to go here in the second period. As you could definitely see the frustration from the Blues right now with them being down 3-1 and not having a lot of success here in the second period. So again, we'll see it here. They're showing a replay of something else, but good chance for both teams there in the last second. But Luc Dubois scrapping it up with two different guys on that as Dubois crashed into the net, and then I guess Dubois had something to say to Torrey Krug, and he just kind of kept pushing and shoving, and the refs had to come in and try to break it up. But yes, Danelle, I will be watching the Devils game later on tonight. Will Miller saying Lundqvist almost won in 2012. Well, he ended up losing to my New Jersey Devils in 6 games in the Eastern Conference Finals, but he got even closer 2 years later when they lost in 5 games to the Los Angeles Kings in the Cup Finals. So the closest he got was being 3 wins away from winning a cup. Definitely a guy that I always thought was going to eventually win one, but was not the case. Roger's saying, I say Heinola would have been in a trade for Klingberg, then he's doing really good, dude. These players actually watch the stream. All right, fair enough, Faggio. Fair enough. But again, Faggio, if Klingberg is available and the Jets go after him and they have to give up Heinola, I feel like you would be okay with that. Would you not? Would you not, though? I mean, sometimes it might just make it easier. 50 seconds to go here in this second period. Jets with both goals here in this second, looking to try to hold on to this 3-1 lead going into the second intermission of play. Blues with the puck right now. We try to control it. Scandella drops it to Robert Thomas, and now Thomas will come up with speed. He's coming up center of the ice right now. Comes in, good move, gets it, and he's called for offsides as he came in with so much speed, would have had a good shot on goal, but the ref stopped him with 30 seconds to go here in this second period. JT Ramirez, what's going on, boss man? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. Really do appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, by the way, while you're here. Helps out the channel tremendously. Blues have 13 comebacks this year. Maybe they come back. That's a really optimistic way of looking at it. They have a huge amount of comebacks this year. You still got a whole 20 minutes to play, and you're only down by 2. This game is not over by the slightest. As Kyrou knocks down a Jets player, it doesn't look like there's going to be a penalty. 8 seconds to go here. Parayko tried to get it. He would have been wide open, but the puck goes back to center ice. 3 seconds, 2-1, and that will do it. As one last shot there by Scheifele is gloved and saved by Husso, and that will do it for the second period of play. So we have a surprise here after 40 minutes of action, as the game was tied at 1 going into the second, but Kyle Connor and then Nate Schmidt on the power play score for the Winnipeg Jets, and as a result, Winnipeg has a 3-1 lead after 40 minutes of action. But we'll see, as JT puts it, can the Blues get to their 14th comeback this year, down by 2 with 1 period left to go? Will Miller saying, I mean 2014. All right, no worries, Will. No worries at all. Fajia saying, yeah, I would for Klingberg. Okay, that makes sense. What's going on, David? Big time, as I can see here, big time Toronto Raptors fan. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. Helps out the channel tremendously. What's your favorite NBA team? I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan, man. I've been a fan of the Nets since they were in Jersey. I had season tickets in I think it was the 07-08 year when they were playing in the old Izod/Continental Airlines Arena in the Meadowlands. Been a Nets fan my whole life and will always be a Nets fan. So that hopefully answers your question there, David. I'd be fine with that, but I'm scared that Kling won't fit in our system. It's tough to say, but then again, Faggio, he's playing on the third pairing and constantly being a healthy scratch. So how much worse could the Jets defense get with Klingberg in that situation? I think Klingberg will play fine if the Jets ended up getting him. James saying, this is a great stream every time I'm here. Love the content. Thank you so much, James. Really appreciate it. You obviously know it's not just me. We have so many different guys that come on here and do live watch-alongs of every team in the NHL. But thank you so much. Thank you to everybody that's been hanging out with us today. Really, really do appreciate it. And as always, guys, really, if you can, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel 100%. Faggio saying, Neil, you're like 30 seconds behind. All right, man. I mean, I'm doing the best that I can. I have to stream this through ESPN Plus, so I'm doing the best I possibly can, Faggio. But thank you for letting me know that. Toronto may have a hard time getting past the first round this year. You talk about the Raptors, you talk about the Maple Leafs. I mean, I would say yes to both. Do you like the Jets or Giants? I'm a Giants fan, man. Dude, I'm pumped up about Joe Shane being the new GM, hiring Brian Daboll last night as the head coach, who is Canadian, by the way. He is Canadian, so that's pretty interesting. Super excited for the future of the Giants. Looking forward to seeing what these guys can do. It certainly will probably go better than what the last regime did. Jacob, once again, mentioning to all of us that he's a Lakers fan and he saw Kobe's last game he ever played in the NBA. Oh, yeah, go Nets. So we got another Nets fan in here. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Appreciate it, boss man. He's on the third pair. Really? Yeah, he's been on the third pair several times. I picked him up in fantasy, and they were saying that he's been on the third pairing, healthy scratch, because he basically doesn't want to be in Dallas anymore. And so the Stars are basically punishing him because he's doing that. So that's the way that I look. That's the way that I look at it. At least that's what I think is the reasoning behind it. So he's been on the third pairing, but he'll get a pretty decent amount price when it comes to him being moved at the deadline. Well, that's why. Well, there you go. What's going on, James? James back in the chat. Cool, James. Cheers, my brother James. Yeah, dude, we got two James in the chat. I absolutely love this. I love that we got two James in here. Beast Ninja. Oh, yeah, the Lakers with Kobe were awesome. Yes, they were. What's your favorite team in each league? All right. Let's get to this. So, in the NHL, and I mentioned before, but I'll mention it again, I am a Devils fan and a San Jose Sharks fan. NBA, Brooklyn Nets. Major League Baseball, I'm a Yankees fan. I'm a Philadelphia Phillies fan and a Pittsburgh Pirates fan. Let's see here. I did hockey, baseball, basketball, football. I'm a New York Giants fan, as I mentioned before, and I'm a Las Vegas Raiders fan. So in North America, the major sports, those are the teams I am a fan of, Beast Ninja. Hopefully that answers your question, my friend. James likes this chat. Dude, I love this chat. I love how so many people on here come here every single stream. They interact, they like, they subscribe. You guys really are the best on YouTube. And if it wasn't for you guys, we would not be where we are right now with the amount of subscribers and support that we get all the time. So thank you guys so much, as always, for hanging out with us. Jacob asking Jonathan that he's hope he's not a bandwagon Nets fan. Well, we'll see what Jonathan has to say, my friend. Chris Johnson back in the chat. What's going on, man? Go Jackets, go Bengals, go Reds, go Cavs. So you're a Blue Jackets fan, Bengals fan, Reds fan, and Cavs fan. So obviously, I'm assuming you are from Ohio. So you got Jackets, Bengals. Obviously, AFC Championship game tomorrow. Going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure, Chris, you're going to be watching that one. Reds. Dude, Great American Ballpark. The Reds were surprised a little bit last year, but definitely got to get themselves some more hitting and definitely a little bit better pitching. Cavs, dude, you took away my favorite net. You took away the funk. Jared Allen, you took him from me. I mean, granted, we had to give him to you, but still, I'm so happy that he's flourishing in Cleveland and he's doing super, super, super well. And they could really, really build a team around him. He's awesome. James, you're a boss, man. Really, really do appreciate you with all the comments that you're giving us. Jacob saying, go VGK, go LA Lakers, an Angels fan. That's interesting, Jacob. So Jacob, let me ask you, man. How'd you become an Angels fan? I understand, like Vegas and Lakers, we've talked about numerous times. Tell me how you became an Angels fan. Would love to know. Jacob, yes, you do make this chat fun. 100% you do. You're one of the most consistent people on here. Colin, I love this comment. It makes me laugh, but it's true. He says, I like red teams. So, Colin, do yourself a favor and become a fan of the Devils as well, because we are red and black. Would really love some more Devils fans, man. Really, really do need it, man. I'm trying to recruit you. So if you like red teams, become a Devils fan as well as a Red Wings fan. That would be awesome. Wow, 2 former Vegas players scored. Yes, Stasny and Nate Schmidt. So I'm sure Jacob, in a way, and some of the other Vegas Gold Knights fans in here, I'm sure are thrilled about that. Columbus does have Line A. Okay, Chris, if you're still in here, my friend, and anybody else can answer this as well, do you guys think that the Columbus Blue Jackets get Line A to sign long-term, yes or no? I personally think that they won't. Do I think he'll be traded at the deadline? I think there's a good possibility. He's not making a whole lot of money, so I think it's possible. But I'm sure he wants to try to settle down somewhere soon and stop having to do these one-year deals where he has to prove himself of how good he is. And there's not going to be that many teams that will be able to afford a big-time contract with him, but we shall see. No, I'm not a bandwagon. The Nets have always been my team. Love you, Jonathan. Appreciate it, man. We got a tough matchup tonight against Golden State. Well, we'll see. But we got Harden and Kyrie playing. We got almost a full healthy roster. KD obviously still out, but we got ourselves a good chance. Vancouver needs to keep JT Miller. Here's the thing. If Vancouver continues to play this well and gets back into a playoff hunt, they're going to keep JT Miller. If they know by the time we get to the deadline that they're not, JT Miller is going to go for the highest bidder, and I think he's going to get them a first-round pick. I mean, that might be pretty good. But, I mean, the Rangers seem to really want him, and maybe they will give you a first-round pick for him. How'd you get that thing where the comments pop up? What do you mean? How do I do this? So for those of you that don't know, I'll just give you guys an update. We use what is called StreamYard. This is how we are able to do these live watch-alongs. It connects to YouTube, and then we share it. And then what happens is that when the comments are rolling, I go to my right over here, and I click on the comment, and that's how it appears on the screen. So hopefully that answers your question. I don't know, to be honest. Watched one baseball game, and it was the Angels game, so I started being a fan of them. Nothing wrong with that, Jacob. I think that's great. Fun thing is, my dad is a Alabama Crimson Tide fan, and I believe that was one of the first football games he ever watched. Especially one of the first college games, and Alabama happened to be playing in it, so he became a fan of them. So that's a pretty good way to become a fan, man. I respect that. What's going on, Cole? Again, great to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. If you haven't already, man, make sure to leave a like. How you doing today? What's new and exciting in your world? Let me know in the comments, man. If I just say, well, for me, I like cold teams. So you like Winnipeg. What else you like, Fagio? What else you like? Let me know, man. Maybe, but yes, he needs to step up 100%. 100% he does. Talk about JT Miller. I like the history the Devils have with their dynasty and Marty Brodeur, the legend. Hell yeah, man. And we're red. You like red teams. It all makes sense. Just be a fan of the Devils. For me, man. For me. I would really, really appreciate it. And if you don't want to be a fan, if you could at least leave a like and subscribe, that would be very much appreciated. That would make me feel good as well. Chris Johnson, I don't think that we re-signed Patrick Laine long term. Yeah, I would agree with that, Chris, because again, with Laine, they were trying to get him to sign a long-term deal. He ends up just signing a one-year deal. He's playing it on another prove-it contract. And I think Columbus will have a decent amount to sign him, but maybe Laine just doesn't want to be part of that long-term process. I don't know. Will he go to the highest bidder? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But he seems to enjoy himself in Columbus, but I don't know the guy that well personally. Me being a Devils fan, I've been begging the Devils to try to go after Patrick Laine because he's exactly the type of goal scorer that the Devils need, along with someone like Nico Hischier or Jack Hughes. And the Devils could easily afford him. The question is, would he want to come here and do the Devils even make a move for him? I don't think they trade for him. I think they just wait till the offseason and then try to get him then, unless he gets traded and signs a deal with whatever team he gets traded to right away. First round doesn't mean a good prospect. No, James, that's a fair point. But James, let's look at it another way. You get a first round pick, it gives you another asset to maybe make a trade to get somebody that could help your team right away. You see what I mean? Another chip for future. Nothing wrong with that. Chris Johnson saying, go Buckeyes, go Ohio State. Dude, man, what a hell of a Rose Bowl we had earlier this month. Great game against Utah, back and forth. CJ Stroud playing super well. I'm a Rutgers fan myself because I'm born and raised in New Jersey, so I'm a big Rutgers guy. I do respect Ohio State. I don't hate them or anything like that. I hate Michigan way more than I hate Ohio State, Chris, so we can agree on that. I'm a big Rutgers guy myself. Rutgers is going to the Horseshoe this year. So we'll see how that goes. Rutgers is definitely going to be a better team than they were last year. Excited about the future with Greg Schiano as the head coach. But Ohio State, man, continuing to be one of the best teams in college football. What did Vegas get for Buffalo? Well, they got, as far as I remember, they got Alex Tuck, Peyton Krebs, which was the Golden Knights' top prospect at the time, and some other picks, as far as I remember, James. I believe that was the main haul that they got. Players and picks. Basically, to put it, I think Danelle saying, Neil, I do agree those Stars jerseys look good, and Adidas sucks that they're not for retail and they look good too. Are they not for sale, really? Dude, that sucks, man. I would totally buy one of those. I love that dark green military-like look, that fatigue type look that I call it. Would love if those were on sale, and I would love it even more if they just made those their full time, but doesn't look like that's going to be happening anytime soon. Great tribute, though, to Sergei Zubov, one of the all-time great Dallas Stars players. James says, I meant Patrick needs to step up. No, that's a good point. He's been kind of quiet. Granted, he's been playing hurt as well and had COVID for a little bit, I believe. But it could also be just the lack of the motivation. You know, for a lot of players, it is hard to basically, have the motivation to play when the team's not winning and things like that. And you look at when Laine was in Winnipeg, and I feel like the other James, not this James, but the other James, if Faggio would kind of agree with this, the Jets were making the playoffs for several years when Laine was there, but they were not necessarily getting a whole lot of things rolling. They made the conference finals in 17-18, but things just were not going well. And I guess the Jets really just didn't want to pay him long term. So that was the case. So, I mean, we'll figure it out. We'll see what happens moving forward. Danelle saying, yo, Neil, I hate the playoff format, what the NHL has now, like the 1-8 matchup at least. I know which team is playing, who is in the playoffs. Do you understand the playoff format? Yeah, the new playoff format's kind of an interesting one, I feel. I mean, the reason that I'm okay with it is because it just means that, like, we get different types of matchups that we wouldn't normally get, especially with how things are going. So I personally don't have a problem with it, Danelle, but I kind of understand where you're coming from. So that, I can grok to that. Who else does not enjoy the shiny helmets blinding? I'm not a big fan, and I know what like Jacob is going to say. I'm not the biggest fan of the golden helmet for the Golden Knights. I like the silver one that the Kings have. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, it's a little bit distracting from the rest of the uniform. It's a little bit weird. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Colin Smith saying, let's go Devils. Hell yeah, Colin. Hell yeah. We need more Devils fans. We're one of the smaller markets in the NHL, which is kind of crazy to say because we're right next to the New York media. But again, with there being, the Flyers down by South Jersey, the Devils are here in like North Jersey. Then you have the Rangers, the Islanders, Buffalo as well to an extent. It could be somewhat of a challenge. But we get Devils fans, with the select Devils fans that we have, we're super, super passionate. Obviously, this year has been upsetting to say the least. Very disappointing. Changes obviously do need to be made, and I think we're just trying to get through the rest of the season with 39, 40 games left to go in the year. So we shall see. The 8 teams have a chance. Yes, they do. They all have given a decent chance to make a run in the Stanley Cup playoffs, 100%. Jacob saying, I swear to God, you should never shit talk Vegas when I'm here. Jacob, I will talk shit about Vegas whenever I feel like it. You know, whether you're here or not, does not matter. I like this. Yep. Shiny pothead lookers. Ha ha ha. That's an interesting description, James. Very, very interesting. The other James, I love again that we have 2 James in here. Are you doing the NJ game live? I'm not. For 2 reasons. One, I can't do more than one watch along in a day, dude. My voice is going to be shot. Number 2, if you guys were here on Thursday when I did the live watch along of the Devils Lightning game, there's a huge difference between when I do games that I'm not a fan of the team, and then a game that I'm super passionate about. Especially with how bad the Devils have been, it's kind of hard for me to want to watch the game and talk about it with you guys. But I will be doing another Devils game. I'm doing the one on Tuesday when the Devils are at home against the Toronto Maple Leafs. So you guys should definitely come out and hang out with me for that one. That should be an interesting matchup for the Devils. First time they're playing the Leafs in quite some time. But I'm not doing the game tonight. The reason I originally picked my teams is because my favorite color is red, and all my teams together have 33 championships. Very impressive. And I just realized, because Colin is in here and also Chris Johnson as well, we have 2 people in here who are fans of teams that are in the Final Four of the NFL playoffs in the conference championship games, with Colin cheering on the Niners and Chris cheering on the Cincinnati Bengals. So that'll be a lot of fun tomorrow to see who will be playing in Super Bowl 56. The Cardinals have won 11 World Series, so that's impressive. Red Wings 11 Cups, Bulls 6 championships, and Niners 5 Super Bowls. Man, Colin, you are living in championship heaven, man. I'm very envious of you. Neil, you gonna watch the Devils or Nets tonight? Nets against the Warriors on channels on ABC, or Devils against the Hurricanes? You know me, man. I'm going to watch both. I'm going to get pissed off in both of them. I think Steve Nash is a crappy coach and needs to be fired. I think Lindy Ruff, the game has passed him by and he needs to be fired. It is what it is, man, but I'm going to be watching both now. I'm going to be watching both. But now my teams have 36 championships. God bless you, man. Barry Bonds, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I know you've been here before, but really, really does help out the stream. But he's definitely shocked by how the Jets are playing. The Blues currently now have 15 comeback victories this season, looking to make it 16 as the puck is dropped. We're underway here in the third period. Jets are surprisingly up 3-1 as this third period begins. So we'll see if the Blues have a comeback in them here at home against this struggling Jets team who's trying to break a 6-game losing streak. Colin Smith, I like PK Subban. He's awesome. Yeah, dude, he's not the same player that he once was, and that could be kind of frustrating, but I really like him as a person and how much he's been able to promote the game of hockey. It's certainly also helping the Devils as well. It's really, really big. Really, really do appreciate him. It sucks that it hasn't really worked out here in New Jersey, but it's part of the business, man. It's part of the business. As Connor drops it off, Connor has currently the go-ahead goal. He scored to make it 2-1. Jets have the puck right now, 14, over to Connor. Backhand try, and that one goes wide of the net here. So Jets right now, opportunity, wraparound chance there by number 8, by Dubois, and that one is stopped. 91 of the Jets gets knocked out, no penalty. Blues just trying to get out of the zone. They cannot, as Neil Pionk dumps it around. Number 80 with the puck now. Pierre-Luc Dubois, over to Pionk, takes a shot. That one just goes wide of the net. Jets right now coming out strong here in this third period, trying to get themselves that 3-goal lead. 14 over to Neil Pionk. Drops it off to Kopp, now to 91. Tarasenko has been on the ice since this period started. The shift's over a minute and a half long. James says, cool, man, chat you later. Another game, another day. No worries, James. Great to see you as always, buddy. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Really do appreciate the support as we're getting a delayed penalty here against the Blues. So we'll see what happens once the Blues touch up the puck. Scheifele, top of the point now on the left side. Now to Schmidt. Schmidt, left side over to number 17. Now to Schmidt. Back over to 17. He waits, drops out. One time pass over to Connor. And that shot was blocked. And the Blues touch up. And we'll get our first stoppage here. 2:05 into the period. And the Blues are going to the sin bin. The Jets are 1-for-1 in the power play tonight. And now have a great opportunity here to see if they can get a goal. It's Torrey Krug going to the box. 2 minutes for holding. So there's that. So now the Jets with a chance to really get a stranglehold on this game, leading 3-1 right now, looking to try to make it 4-1. But great to see you, James, as always, man. You be well, stay safe, and keep being awesome. It's over type of night. Feels like that a little bit if you're St. Louis. I believe the Devils are on the road against the Maple Leafs on Tuesday. No, they're on the road in Toronto on Monday, and then on Tuesday they're at home against Toronto. So it's a home and home, Danelle. See you later, James. Continue to be well, my friend, as Pierre-Luc Dubois comes into the zone. Chris Johnson saying, go Bengals. So like I said before, Chris cheering on the hometown Bengals. I hope Vegas gets a baseball team. I think they will. I'd give it between 5 to 10 years. MLB will expand to at least one, maybe two cities, and Vegas will probably be one of those teams. Yes, indeed, Tom Brady, the GOAT, retired. Thank God he never liked him because of the cheating, but he is a great player. Sucks for me to say that about him. Yeah, man, he did retire earlier today, and an end of an era is what's happened. It looks like we're getting a penalty here, as it's against Pierre. Who is it against? It's against the Jets. So with 1:08 to go on the power play is over as Pierre-Luc Dubois is going to the box. So teams will skate four aside for 1:08, and then the Blues will go on a power play. So this ice will open up here a little bit as both teams have a guy in the box. Leafs keep choking in the first round, as David Erickson says. Yes, they do. And until they can get out of the first round, I don't think anybody's going to take them seriously with being a Stanley Cup contender. Pierre-Luc Dubois goes to the box 2 minutes as well for holding. James saying off the wall hockey is the other channel. Oh, dude, that's awesome, man. I didn't realize that was you. But thank you so much for doing that, man. Make sure to like and subscribe for both of those channels. Really, really would appreciate it. As here come the Jets into the offensive zone. It's broken up. Brady to deflate balls, absolutely. What's going on, Sonner? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. Appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here, man. Helps out the channel tremendously. Come on, Winnipeg Jets. We got another Jets fan in the chat. What do you got? Who do you got in the NFL Conference Championship games for tomorrow? I haven't really thought about this that much because I was really still upset that the Bills really screwed up and didn't win. I'm going to go with, because I want chaos, I'm going to go with the Bengals versus the Rams. That's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with the Bengals versus the Rams is going to be the two teams that are going to win and go to Super Bowl 46. So I do believe the Rams make it back-to-back years in which the host team gets to play the Super Bowl in their own stadium. I'm still mad about the playoff game. Cowboys against the Niners. What was Dak doing? Obviously, I could tell, JT, that you are a Cowboys fan. Yeah, man, that was really strange. I don't know why Dak decided to run right up the middle of the field and just not try to go out of bounds. But was it the reason they ended up losing the game? It's possible, but Cowboys once again, a lot of expectations, and they fall pretty far. Not even getting to the divisional round. That was rough for the Cowboys fans. The Rams trying to get rid of 49ers fans so they won't take over SoFi. Yeah, because the Niners fans took over SoFi Stadium in the regular season finale. So we'll see what happens. There's a pass in front there, and that was a great block on that shot there by Tarasenko by number 21, and the puck comes out back to center ice. 5 minutes into the third period, still 3-1 Winnipeg. The Blues are on the power play here for about a minute. So we'll see if the Blues can do something here, trying to get at least one back. It was awesome when the Blue Jackets swept the Lightning that one year. Yeah, man. The Blue Jackets made the Lightning the first team to win the President's Trophy and not win a single game in the postseason. That was a crazy, crazy time. Crazy time in the NHL a couple years ago with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Neil, did you know that the Nets won 2 ABA titles when they were in the ABA? Yes, I did know that with the legendary Dr. J, one of the greatest, if not the greatest net of all time. It's BS that they had to give him up when they got into the NBA, but it is what it is. But they did win 2 championships, one of the more successful teams in the ABA. There's a wrist shot there by Bortuzzi, and that one is a good save by Comrie, comes back out. So the power play is over, and now an opportunity for Mark Scheifele. He comes in, drops it up, one-time shot by 14, and a great save there by Husso. Great save there as the Jets were looking to try to make it a 3-goal lead. But yes, I did know that the Nets won 2 ABA championships. What's going on, JT Miller? Big-time Colts fan. I think you've been in this chat before, but good to see you as always. Hope you're doing well, man. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. Helps out the channel tremendously. Come on, Chris. Do you have to bring that up? Yes. Obviously, JT, I'm assuming that you're a Lightning fan. I'm assuming. But thank you so much for your support, man. I really do appreciate it. It's Super Bowl 56, not 46. Thank you, Danelle. Thank you, Danelle. Trying to watch both things. Interact with you guys will watch this game. I slip up every now and then. But yes, it's Super Bowl 56. That I believe the Bengals and Rams will meet up this year. I was so mad that year, but at least we won 2 Stanley Cups afterwards. Hey, man, you know what? Sometimes you got to have a really embarrassing situation to then reach the mountaintop, and they have certainly exercised those demons and won back-to-back Stanley Cups, man. But once again, man, JT, make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. Really, really does help out the channel. What are your thoughts on the Giants coaching hire yesterday? Like I mentioned before, I'm really excited about Joe Shane. I really, really like what he's all about in his experience. I'm excited to see what he can bring to this team. Brian Daboll, really, really love what he's done as the offensive coordinator for the Bills and what he helped create in Josh Allen. And I'm hoping he could do something similar with now being the head coach of the New York Giants. I believe he's now the 20th head coach in Giants history. I could be wrong about that. But the puck, there we go. The puck deflected out of play, so we're going to stop here. 12 and a half minutes to go here in this third period as the Jets are still leading here 3-1. Very surprising game. If the Jets win, they end their 6-game losing streak. And if the Blues win, it will become their 16th come-from-behind victory this season alone. I've been through a lot with my favorite sports teams, JT Miller says. My Lightning got swept by the Blue Jackets, who have never won a playoff series before that, and were number 1 seed by far. Yeah, and like I said before, they were the first team in NHL history to win the President's Trophy and not win a single game in the postseason. But after being embarrassed by Columbus, they've won the last 2 Stanley Cups and have a good chance to win a third in a row. So you're doing pretty well right now, JT. Now a shot there by Buchnevich. That one is blocked. Jets just trying to get out, and they do. Here come the Jets the other way. 2-on-1. It's Dubois. Takes a wrist shot and a good save there off the glove of Husso. Great save there, really, as it was a 2-on-1 opportunity. 14 for the Jets comes in on the left side, and it looks like we get a stop here for icing. And so we'll get a stop here, ladies and gentlemen, with... We'll see here in just a second that was Cole Perfetti that came in number 91, and that shot actually rang off the post. Oh, that would have been a great chance there, but 11:42 to go in the third period. It is still 3-1 Winnipeg, and we'll get back to your comments in just a moment as we get another quick word from our sponsors. So as always, guys, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. When you sign up for DraftKings, make sure to use our promo code THPN. So 11:42 to go here in the third. The Jets scoring 2 goals in the second period, grabbed themselves a 3-1 lead. And now, really, with the way this game is going, if they get the next goal, I would feel pretty good to say that the Jets got this one in the bag. But you never know what could happen in hockey. The Jets are trying to break a 6-game losing streak, while the Blues are trying to come back and make it their 16th come-from-behind victory. They currently lead the NHL in come-from-behind wins with 15. Some other comments here. 2005, my Colts were number 1 seed, and we lost number 6 seed, but we won the Super Bowl the year after. Yes, and they are definitely a team that I feel like is just a decent quarterback away from truly being a Super Bowl contender. They probably should have made the playoffs this year, but the fact that they lost to the Jaguars in the last game of the season is pretty damn embarrassing. My favorite college basketball team, Virginia, we were the number 1 seed and lost to a 16th seed in 2018. First time it's ever happened, but then won the championship the year after. So there you go. So maybe with the Colts losing in embarrassing fashion to the Jaguars at the end of the year, maybe they turn it around next year as a penalty is coming up here against the Jets. Blues still have the puck in the zone here, looking to set something up. Parayko drops it off to the left side. Torrey Krug with it now. Waits, goes around the net. Tried to feed it in front. Couldn't control it. Now gets it back to Parayko, top of the blue line. Parayko with it. Now over to Shen. Now to Krug. Parayko back to Krug on the left side. Now to Shen. Shen holds it. Gives it over to Krug. Wait. Tarasenko. Now with the puck. And that one is finally touched up. No, it hasn't been touched up. And then it finally is. And we'll get a stop here. 10:23 to go. In this one, the Blues are going back to the power play. Still needing 2 to tie this one up. Neil, let me ask you this. For the Devils' retired numbers, do you think the Devils should retire Sergei Brylin? Yeah. I've talked about this before in the Devil's State of Mind podcast. Sergei Brylin, one of the least talked about Devils players that won all 3 Stanley Cups. I understand that he didn't have a great amount of stats in his career, but he is a Devils lifer. He's still an assistant coach in the Devils minor league system. This guy needs to be honored with his own day. I think he definitely should have his number retired. He's one of the greatest Devils to ever play for this team. I really do believe that he has earned the right to have his number retired 100% now. I've been through a lot, but I've been rewarded in the end. Hey, patience is a virtue, my friend. Patience is a virtue. And that pass was nearly intercepted and would have gone the other way shorthanded. Blues got to be careful here as Ryan O'Reilly tries to touch it, and now the puck goes back to center ice. Chris Johnson showing his condolences a little bit to JT, so we like that. Faggio obviously frustrated a little bit. Do you hear the Nets would give up Harden in an offseason or trade him? No, I didn't hear that because it's not true. I think it's bullshit. Quite frankly, I think that everything you're hearing is just 76ers fans and media wanting so badly to get James Harden that they come up with everything. I don't believe the only way that Harden leads is in the offseason and the Nets don't win a championship. That is the only way that I think will happen. Do I think it's possible? Yes, I think it's possible. But are they going to trade him? Why would the Nets trade him? What would be the point? And why would they trade him in conference, in division? That doesn't make any sense. Because we're getting Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is so overrated. He can't shoot the ball. He's not as aggressive, and he's super sensitive. He doesn't like the Philly fans. So why would I think he would play well in New York? So no, I'm debunking all of these crappy Harden rumors. Sick and tired of it. Let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. As the Jets clear it back down into the blue zone. 1 minute to go on their power play. 9:20 to go in this one. Blues still needing 2 to tie here as they're still trailing 3-1. Maybe Comrie is the answer. Maybe we don't have to start Hellebuck 11 in a row. Well, maybe. Maybe we actually cannot overpay Hellebuck. Well, that should have happened anyway with the Brossois at the back position. How are you watching this game? Are you watching NHL 66? No, I'm actually, because my friend is so generous to me, he let me borrow his ESPN Plus account, and I'm watching it via a stream through ESPN Plus. Dark Shark, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. Helps out the channel. Yo, Leafs will win today. We'll see, man. We shall see. Who are they playing today? Who the Leafs playing? They're in Detroit. They're at home taking on. They're in Detroit taking on the Red Wings. So an original six matchup. That'll be interesting. So Dark Shark cheering on the Leafs today. But make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are a Leafs fan, and if you are a fan of every single team of any team in the NHL, because the Hockey Podcast Network is the place for live watch-alongs every single day here on the Hockey Podcast Network. And the Colts will lose to the Trash Jaguars, miss the playoffs. Here we go again. We'll see what happens. If the luck continues to be on your side, JT, the Colts are going to have an even better season next year. The Kings apparently wanted to trade for Ben Simmons, but they backed out now. Yeah, because what the 76ers are asking for Ben Simmons is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Do not like that. Ben Simmons can't shoot a jump shot. He made one three-pointer and the whole world went nuts. That's how bad he is. And he's not that aggressive go-to type player. And I would hate him. And he's solid defensively, but after that, what else does he do? That's the question. Can you play the America's Funniest Home Video theme song from 19... No, I cannot, because I'd get copyrighted then, and I don't want that. But I appreciate the question, Pauline. Dark Shark, Evander Kane has gone to the Oilers. Yes, signing a 1-year deal. Kind of weird to see him on the Oilers, but the Oilers are super desperate for scoring, and they're hoping that Evander Kane can help them in that, which is obviously possible. Dark Shark saying good luck. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. Helps out the channel. Colin's been saying, oh yeah, I forgot about Evander Kane. I think most of us did. But now he's back in the NHL, and we'll see what he can do to help contribute to the Oilers. Westbrook for Simmons. Honestly, I could see that. I actually could see that, Jacob. I could see both teams wanting to move on, and Ben Simmons playing along LeBron, where LeBron called him, the Prince, because he's the king. They call him the Prince. So maybe, but I'm sure there wouldn't be a 1-for-1. I'm sure the Sixers would ask for something else. Ben Simmons is so overrated. I agree with that 100%, JT. You're 100% correct about that. He's playing on the first line with McConley, good in the regular season. I like that. Yeah, he is he's going to be playing on the first line, so we'll see how he can contribute to McDavid, which I'm sure he'll have some success. At least the ball would get around more. Yeah, it probably would. He'd be a better distributor for the rest of the team, be a better point guard than what the Lakers have now, so I'll give you that. Remember 18-1 Patriots, 18 wins, 1 giant loss. Of course, Best Ninja. Of course I remember Beast Ninja. Of course I remember 2007, 2008. What a great thing to see my team win a Super Bowl, upset the Patriots, end their perfect season. One of the best sports memories of my young life. It was something I will never forget. Look at the Lakers with all that star power. Look at their record. They might not even make the playoff. Dude, at best, they have to play in the play-in round again. But yeah, they may not make the playoffs if they don't have some consistency. And I'm telling you, if they don't make the playoffs, big changes are coming. That's the way I look at it. But a pass there by Tarasenko, and the rebound try just goes wide. Follow-up wraparound try by Riley. It's stopped and covered, and we'll get a stop here. So it looks like we're going to get a penalty here against somebody with 7:47 to go. It's going to be a hooking, but the question is, who is it against? I believe it's against the Jets. It's Paul Stastny. He's going to the box, 2 minutes for hooking. So again, with the Blues still trailing by 2, going to go back to the power play. Got to find a way here to get a goal here. Got to find a way. Dark Shark is our newest subscriber, said he just subbed. Thank you so much, Dark Shark. Appreciate that, man. Make sure to also leave a like on this stream. Would appreciate it. The Blues are 1 for 4 in the power play with 6 shots. They scored on their first as David Perron with a shot that goes wide and goes all the way back out into the blue zone. But thank you so much, Dark Shark. Really do appreciate it, man. The grind to get to 1,000 subscribers is getting closer and closer with every single sub. So thank you so much, man. Really do appreciate it. 2011 as well, man, for the Giants, 100%. GM, Jacob, you got to call LeBron GM. LeBron is trading everyone but AD. That is true. Fagio says favorite hockey team, called Winnipeg. Favorite CFL team, Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Favorite NFL team, Minnesota Vikings. Favorite baseball team, Minnesota Twins. All right, Fagio. Kevin 711, I like that actually. What's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Big fan of the Timberwolves right here. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. I appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. It really does help out the channel. Timberwolves have a lot of good players, but can't win games. Dude, they have one of my favorite Nets players in D'Lo. Love Karl Anthony Towns, man. Got some good guys. They got Edwards as well. They got some good players. They just need to find the right head coach. Who that is going to be, I don't know. But thank you so much for coming on, man, Kevin. We appreciate it. I wish Minnesota still had the Lakers. Dude, the Minneapolis Lakers, they'd be interesting to see what would have happened if the Lakers never moved to LA. I wonder that sometimes because they were a dominant franchise in Minneapolis. They really were. Dark Shark saying, let's go Jets. Let's go Jets. Absolutely. Says, thanks, man. No worries, Dark Shark. Really do appreciate your support. I'm going to shout you out 100%. I used to live here in Winnipeg. I'd love to watch more USA games here. TSN sucks because they put on golf and curling. James, the biggest thing I would suggest to you, my friend, is an opportunity there for Kyrou, and he shoots it wide, right in the slot. Right in the slot. 25 seconds to go here on the 4-on-4. I missed the penalty against St. Louis, but nonetheless, 20 seconds to go here on the 4-on-4. 6 minutes to go in this one. Jets still leading at 3-1. But James, I would suggest trying to get an ESPN Plus account because in that way you could watch out-of-market games, American games, and you really would have no problem. That would be my suggestion to you. I think it's only like $5 a month if you feel like spending it. So that would be that. I wonder what type of climate I live in. I would not know. I like you, Neil, even though this is a hockey channel and it's about the NHL, but you talk all sports, NBA, NFL, MLB. Dude, I'm very passionate about all sports. I'm a sports guy. I'm a sports broadcaster by career. So I could talk all sports. And I like talking about it with all of you guys here on the chat as well. Just kind of keeps things interesting, keeps things going here as these games are going on. Jets right now have the puck here. They have 27 seconds to go on their abbreviated power play. Kopp behind the net. Drops off the Wheeler. Big opportunity here for the Jets. Kopp trying to feed it to Perfetti, and that one is broken up. Now Dubois has it, passes out in front. Jets controlling it again. Jets will have here 10 seconds to go on the power play. 5 minutes to go in this one. Perfetti drops it off. Now gives the Pionk now over to Blake. I believe that's Wheeler. Wheeler with a shot. That one just trickles wide of the net. Puck has it again. Perfetti wraps around. Teams are back to even strength. Now Dubois over to Kopp behind the net. Now sharp angle try by Dubois. And that one just goes wide and goes back out to center ice. And Neil Pionk will set it up again with 4.5 minutes to go in this one. The Jets still leading it 3-1. But yeah, man, I love talking all sports with you guys. And I love the questions that you guys have for different sports other than just hockey. Chiefs, Blues, Cardinals is in the chat. What's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. So now we got fans of 3 of the 4 teams in the conference championship games. You're saying, go Blues. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi, man. Really do appreciate it. While you're here, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Really, really does help out the channel. New live watchalongs every day here on the Hockey Podcast Network. LeGoat, all right? But you could also call him LeGM. James, without TSN, where would you watch most of the Jets games? I know SN exists, but only a little bit of Jets hockey. Well, Fagio, if you get an ESPN Plus account, then you can still watch those games. There's a shot there from the slot by Thomas and a great leg pad save there by Comrie. Oh, he was all alone, and Comrie stood tall and made a great save. Have you heard about the Coyotes might play at the ASU Arena? I did hear about that. The new 5,000-seat arena has a pass in front there, just goes wide. The new arena for Arizona State. It looks great for Arizona State. For the NHL, I don't know how in the world the NHL is going to allow this, but we'll see. And the Rams moved to LA, so now a Kansas City fan. I can understand that. I can honestly understand that, my friend. You know, you were once a Rams fan. Now now you go with the next closest team. I get that, man. And again, make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. Would really appreciate it. Love your interaction. Why is the Raptors not trading Dragic? That guy done nothing here. Because maybe nobody wants him, James. Maybe they're not getting the offer that they want. I'm not sure. LA has no football fans. I mean, I can't really speak for LA fans. They had a lot of fans when the Raiders were there, that's for sure. Fagio saying, The biggest thing I'd suggest to you is an opportunity for Cairo in the slot, Neil. Yeah, 2021. Yes, he needs an opportunity for Cairo. I'm playing. Yeah, no worries. No worries, Fajia. But yeah, no. ESPN Plus is really good. NHL 66 and Stream East are also good places to get out of market games as well and get streams for games in general. So those would be the things I would suggest. What's going on, Kyle Scott? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us. Really do appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. Helps out the channel tremendously. We do have a fan, Go Rams. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we have at least one fan from all four teams in the NFL playoffs that are still in the NFL playoffs in this chat. So this is pretty awesome. We do have fans, Go Rams. Appreciate the comments, Kyle. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here, man. Would appreciate it. Chiefs, Blues, Cardinals fan does not agree. I love how Neil's responding to a comment. He cuts himself off and goes right to the game. Fajia, man, I'm trying to give you guys play-by-play of this game because that's what you guys are mainly here for. But I try to do my best to do both, man, but appreciate it, Fajio. And who likes the Clippers? LOL, everyone likes the Lakers. I'm a Nets fan, though. I don't like the Lakers or the Clippers. So there. I know we got a Timberwolves fan in here. We got that. Got some Raptors fans as well. So we got a couple NBA fans in here as well. But loving the guys' interactions here, guys. So the Blues have pulled Houston with 3.5 minutes to go, still trailing by 2. We'll see if the Blues can get back in this one. Jets are going to just try to whack it down the other way and get an empty netter and put this one out of reach. Blues have the puck right now behind the net. Drops it off. Tarasenko has the only goal so far for the Blues in this one. Drops it off to Cairo. Now to Tarasenko. Over to Thomas. Left side, Krug with a shot. That one just goes wide. Goes all the way back down. Blues will have to go back and get it. 3 minutes to go in this one. Robert Thomas with the puck. Again, also, by the way, Captain Ryan O'Reilly of the Blues is playing in his 900th career NHL game. Blues are 17-4-2 at home this season. Third most points in the NHL. Looking to try to avoid losing just their 5th game at home. As that puck is whacked all the way down and just misses the net, but it goes right to, I believe that's is it Stastny? It is Stastny, and he whacks it into an empty net, getting his second goal of the game. And with 2:35 to go, the Jets have put this one on ice as they make it 4-1. And just before that, Ryan O'Reilly was tripped going into the offensive zone. Yeah, he was tripped by Pierre-Luc Dubois. No penalty was called at all. O'Reilly couldn't believe it. The Jets got it right after that, whacked it down. It missed the empty net, but then Stastny coming off the bench just easily whacks it in, and he's going to put this one away. So no call there. I'm sure Ryan O'Reilly's going to be pissed, but the goal is going to count. And with 2:35 to go, this one, barring a crazy comeback, the Jets are going to end their 6-game losing streak with a big win on the road in St. Louis. Kyle Scott saying, go Clippers, we're not terrible. No, the Clippers are not terrible at all. They're just not at full strength yet. And we'll see what happens once Kawhi gets back, if he does get back, which I think he will in like March, like late February, early March, I heard was the time frame. Kyle, is that true? Is it late February, early March? James, it's not that Dragic hadn't done anything. It's that he hasn't had the opportunity to do anything. That's a fair statement, Fajia. I agree with that. That's true. James saying nice, okay. But yeah, Paul Stastny getting himself his 10th and 11th goals of the year. And now it's 4-1 with 2 minutes to go in this one. David Perron, nice pass over. That one is stopped in the traffic there by Comrie. Jets just trying to get out. Brandon Saad trying to get over there. He does. Fires it around the boards here. As the Blues really, time is of the essence here. 100 seconds to go in this one. As the Jets just trying to hold on here and earn themselves a big 2 points on the road and ending this 6-game losing streak. And now here comes Connor down the other way. He's looking with speed. Holds up. Tried to make a pass. Was broken up. Stastny there along with him. And now Falk takes away for St. Louis. And here come the Blues the other way. Stastny tried to feed it over to 37, but it was broken up. 37 keeps it in for St. Louis. Tried to drop it off. Intercepted by Stastny and will whack it back out of the zone. LA Clippers and LA Lakers is like the Knicks and Nets, both basically in the same city. A lot more people to root for one popular team than the other. You know what, Fangio? I can honestly agree with that. I can. In New York and LA, you get a choice between two teams, and they're very, very similar with the way that their they're looked at throughout the NBA. But we're now reaching 1 minute to go here. Well, 50 seconds to go here in this one. The Jets are going to go on their way here to the gateway to the West and end their 6-game losing streak with a big victory here. There's now an opportunity for St. Louis trying to keep it in, looking to try to get one there. Scandella with a sharp angle try. That one stopped by Comrie. Follow-up try hits the side of the net. Blues still trying to keep it in, but it goes all the way back down, and Houston will play it with 25 seconds to go here, as the Blues will have one last attempt to try to get at least one more goal before this one ends. 18 seconds to go. 29 keeps it in. Jets intercepted again. They'll come down the left side in their own zone and get it back out to center ice, dump it down. 8 seconds to go. And as the clock expires, the Winnipeg Jets come to St. Louis and get a surprising 4-1 victory over the St. Louis Blues. They end their 6-game losing streak and give the Blues just their 5th loss of the season at home. Eric Comrie, stopping 27 of 28 shots, gets the victory here today. And the Jets, with one of the bigger surprising wins of today, win this one. Baggio's pump saying, Stastny, let's go, second goal. That'll seal it 100%. Yeah, James, they tried to pull their goaltender with 3.5 minutes to go. 27 saves in first start for Comrie since December 10th of 2021. So there's that. Connor Hellebuck giving Comrie a nice hug there after a big victory. But yeah, they tried to pull their goaltender. Blues did. Down by 2 goals. Didn't help. Ended up giving up an empty net goal and lose this one by 3. Fodger saying, let's go, Comrie. That's all we needed, surprisingly. The gateway to the U.S. West versus the gateway to the Canadian West. I like that, actually. I didn't realize that, Faggio, but thank you for that, man. I actually didn't know that. And that makes a lot of sense. But a really surprising victory for the Winnipeg Jets. I think Faggio was literally the only one that thought the Jets were going to win today, and he was right. I thought I had the Blues winning 4-2. I almost got the score right, but not the team. But that is definitely an impressive win by the Winnipeg Jets, and they earned themselves a big 2 points on the road. Yes, we're both gateways to the West. All right, so there you go. But with that being said, that is going to do it for me here today for this live watch along here on the Hockey Podcast Network. As always, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I had so much fun interacting with you guys. We had some new people in the chat, a couple new subscribers. We're getting closer and closer. You know, we're 90 or 89 subscribers away from reaching 1,000. So continue to like these streams, subscribe, punch the notification bell, share with all your friends. New live watch-alongs here every single day on the Hockey Podcast Network. I will be back on here on next Tuesday doing the Toronto Maple Leafs versus New Jersey Devils game. That stream will start at 6:55 p.m. Eastern. But make sure to follow the Hockey Podcast Network on all social medias at HockeyPodNet. You can like and subscribe to the Devil's State of Mind podcast, in which I am the host of. Covers all things New Jersey Devils. Follow us on Twitter at Devil State, Instagram at Devil's State of Mind, and like us on Facebook as well. New episodes of the podcast every Monday and Thursday, wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you're a fan of any NHL team, or if you're just a hockey fan, make sure you go check out all the podcasts here on the Hockey Podcast Network. We have new episodes coming out basically every day of the week, covering every single team in the NHL and also other great hockey content. Also, if you want to follow me on my personal Twitter, follow me on Twitter at THENVPSHOW and my personal Instagram at NVPQB11. So, thank you all so much for hanging out with me for this live watch along, and we will see you in the next live watch along. Once again, the final score here today, the Winnipeg Jets with a big victory on the road as they beat the St. Louis Blues by the score of 4-1. Everyone, continue to be the amazing people that you are. Thank you all again for hanging out with us, and rock on.